good players. You guys interviewed Def yesterday, and he credited Debil/Scam with being the foundation.
It's been like that through the whole season. Players have been crediting him as a captain, as a player. He played position 4, then he started playing offlane for Neon. Now he's playing the carry.
Remaining.
Very versatile player, very, very skilled, and you can see it in the series that they have played so far. And you can see it with the bans by Team Secret. They ban out the Nature's Prophet, and they steal the Death Prophet away from him.
Still have Puck available. Neon definitely had a great job with that on Yopaj yesterday.
It can be a little bit problematic on the mid lane versus that Prophet, but Puck sounds good. They snatch it. For Neon, there is Earth Spirit, there is Tusk as well.
Alright, so what were our criticisms with Secret in their LGD series? Because I think we felt like all 3 games, even the game that Secret beat LGD felt like a draft victory, and the 2 games that LGD beat Secret, they also felt like...
It was 100% due to drafts. Like, you can't... Maybe Puppy has a...
highly as Neon. Definitely not a first...
5 seconds remaining.
Secret.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, they banned out the Pango, because OB.NEON is very versatile with it. They play it on 4 a lot. Even though Zai is godlike on that Pango, they decide that Prophet is probably better for them. And now with the Mars in the pool, they might pick a Phoenix. They might not.
10 seconds
it's
remaining.
Not necessarily Secret style, but
if they ban out Jug,
5 seconds remaining.
You can.
Yeah, the support.
Team ban.
Puppy's just been playing his own weird support, and I like YapzOr on more active heroes than a Phoenix. Personally, his Earth Spirit yesterday was fantastic. I would love to see them go back to the Earth Spirit for YapzOr.
I think they're identifying.
Now.
I think they're identifying Neon's strengths very, very well so far with the draft. I think this is phenomenal coming from Secret. We'll see how it works with the last 3 picks, because yesterday they had like pretty good first 2 openers, and then it went downhill.
I don't know. I think that
5
Bane
seconds
might
remaining.
have some promise.
But you can see the preparation from both of these teams, and I'm loving it. It just makes so much sense. You need a brawler type 4 if you want to make Puck plus Lash cores work. It's very difficult to make them work if you don't have solid lane performance, and having a solid lane performance on, let's say, an offlane Lash without something like a Tusk or an Earth Spirit isn't that easy.
So OB.NEON banned out Enchantress, and pretty much every team since the first series has banned out Enchantress. And is it because of Puppy's performance with Enchantress going 2-0 with Enchant that led to this?
It's that, and I think SCA unfamiliarity with the hero. Enchantress is not particularly popular in Southeast Asia.
Dire team pick.
So you don't really know how to deal with it, and you know that the enemy team's a specialist in it.
They banned out 3.
They banned out Phoenix, actually.
Yeah. They banned it out very early on, but Team Secret banned out 3 brawlers, finishing with the Spirit Breaker. And beyond, they take Abaddon. There's another one.
Although that's, I think that's Hanwell's hero, probably.
Yeah. It's not as strong as those other 3, I would say, when it comes to those early skirmishes, but it's still pretty solid.
Radiant team pick. Keeper of the light.
What is OB.NEON looking for now to round out their team to balance it out?
Well, because all the Brawler 4s got targeted by Secret, they should hopefully have a wider hero pool for Scam, Debil. I think.
Yep.
10 seconds remaining.
In my opinion, I thought that would have been the go-to strategy for Secret, is to target
5 seconds remaining.
Because he's the captain, and because he's the shot caller, in-game leader, that kind of thing. Give him a harder game and make things more complicated.
You know what the problem is? Teams have tried that, and you cannot do it. Because he has like 4 heroes that he plays on safe lane.
Yeah.
Lash, Nature's Prophet, Death Prophet, and Io.
Okay.
And all 4 of those heroes will not get targeted in the first phase, because OB.NEON won't ban them. They'll ban Enchantress, and you get Lash, you know.
They get Lash.
Yeah. They can still flex the Lash. They could put it safe lane or off lane. We'll see. They snatch up that mix. I think this is also a little bit of a steal pick. So you don't play with Lash against it, and you get a solid lane on the offlane. If this Lash is the position 3, you're going to have Lash plus Nyx.
That's a strong lane.
It's a strong lane. It's not Tusk plus Lash or Earth Spirit plus Lash, but it's still all right.
Mm-hmm.
So they're basically
Dire
settling
team
for Nyx
banned.
after all of the other bans.
And the hero is on its own pretty strong versus Kotl. Not too bad versus Bristle with the mana burn. Doesn't have break anymore though.
Yeah, that's right. Vendetta doesn't break. That would be great against Bristleback. And I guess the mana burn's probably also not
10
that big of a
seconds
deal because
remaining.
you've got a Coddle on your team, so Bristleback's not going to have any mana.
Five seconds
forever.
remaining.
Yeah, Kotl
banned.
Bristle, such a strong combination. This should be Kotl Bristle's safe lane, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, with the Mars off lane for Zai.
The other option would be like if they don't want to lane it together and they
Dire
want Coddle
team
to
banned.
go stack the triangle a bunch in the off lane as a 4 position. But
That's definitely an option. Yeah.
yeah, we'll see.
What? OB.NEON now, they're in a tough spot. They need to figure out a way to deal with this Bristle because right now they don't really have anything.
10 seconds
They
remaining.
What makes Bristle the formidable opponent?
He has Bristle back,
5 seconds
turns,
remaining.
and you can't kill him.
I do think
I
it's
mean-
kind of awkward how his spell is also the name of the hero.
Yeah.
It makes
Brilliant
explaining it
team
kind of
ban.
complicated. But yeah, he's a very, very resilient hero, and
How does that fare for OB.NEON?
He just has a lot of bristles. He's very spiky.
on his back.
Yeah, on his
Essentially
back.
that's
on
right.
his
That's
back.
right. I believe that's the case.
Bristles
Dire
back.
team pick.
So if they put Coddle and Bristleback in the safe lane, who would it be most likely that they're paired against, and why would it be good for them?
It'll probably be against the Nyx and the Leshrac, but it's not even just so much the lane, although the lane is also disgusting. But these long fights, these long drawn-out fights,
10
which
seconds
Leshrac generally
remaining.
likes because he's pulse novaing constantly, Bristleback loves these
5
because the
seconds
more
remaining.
quills that he sprays, the more damage that each stack deals. And so a fight goes on for like 30 seconds. You think that this Bristle may be close to death, but then one more quill spray suddenly takes out half your HP bar.
It just looks like a very solid draft so far from Team C. That Prophet versus Puck is a good matchup for that Prophet. Kotl and Bristle are unanswered. Kotl is definitely answered by the Nyx Assassin. It's not an easy game for Puppy if he plays Kotl, but overall, it's a good Kotl game. And one thing that OB.NEON doesn't have that they usually do is a way to break Dream Coil. They have nothing like that. Usually there's an Earth Spirit or some sort of repositioning tool.
What could they pick? Could they pick up anything instead of Earth's?
10
Scam.
seconds
Why will
remaining.
Leshrac be crying?
Poor Leshrac has some of the longest cast animations
5
you can
seconds
imagine.
remaining.
So getting walked on by a Clockwork who's battery assaulting you, you're not going to be able to get your Split Earth off. You're not going to be able to get your chronoptic energy bursts, I believe is what Black has been calling them consistently. The Diabolic Edict, you're not going to be able to get that off. And Clockwork's okay sacrificing his life. It's going to be a support Clockwork,
Yep.
so he doesn't really care about going in to deal with a core Leshrac.
On the lane as well, it should be pretty solid versus the Abaddon +1. We'll see what OB.NEON finalize their draft with.
Who is it looking like?
I'm,
You need an answer to Bristle. I would like to see like a Terror Blade.
I wouldn't even mind seeing a Morphling. That's perhaps the best
Yeah.
that they could get.
I'd like it.
It looks like a pretty like Morphling versus Bristle is pretty good for Morph.
Yeah, I want high armor. Yeah, I want high armor heroes
Yeah.
because Bristleback's all physical damage. So I want you to be able to tank all these quill
You don't
sprays.
care about Clock as Morphling versus the arena you can get out, right? Like that Prophet is a bit problematic, but that Prophet is problematic for any given
Yeah.
hero. Morphling is also something that they have played. Skadi buildup is really good versus both that Prophet and the Bristle.
Go Jug also.
Could, yeah. Also solid.
Does
But he
seem like
just
they're
turns and
debating their
runs with
options.
Bristle. And
Yeah, this Bristleback. Bristle Coddle is a combination you always kind of have to be scared of. Especially like they saw the Coddle. There's nothing you can do at that point if you're Neon. Coddle was saved for the second phase. You can't ban anything out. You can't take the Bristleback away from them. Your draft is all sorts of weird. And so Secret kind of have them cornered here. Copy.
I think that he's satisfied with his draft so far.
I would.
I think he's, and you can see that OB.NEON, this is the first time that I've seen them struggling with this last pick.
Yeah.
Usually they're like, aha, gotcha. Elder Titan, position 5, Spirit Breaker, we don't care.
You know, that's actually not a light on Pup's face. He's just pure rage right now.
He's radiating with red. Yeah.
Choose your hero.
Oh, okay, something different. So it's slash core, right? Carry, and that flame with LC. I mean,
well, you can force Bristleback to face
yeah.
the direction. That's one of the reasons why Legion commands.
I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Neon, like with two Dispel Mechanics, Legion Commander to turn Bristleback around. I'm kind of feeling Neon right now.
I got to agree. I think especially from, you know, if you compare sort of the last series of both of these teams, you know, Secret just, they didn't look great. They had two really rough games in the last series that they played with questionable picks, and I don't necessarily feel the draft is any better here from Secret Day. I think OB.NEON's coming in with the upper hand. Very excited to see this. Another test, really, and I'd say, yeah, it's more of a test for Secret. Secret having some rough games here already at the major, and OB.NEON just looking for phenomenal.
OB.NEON, they've proven themselves. Like, they're feeling themselves. I hope they got some good night's sleep, because so far I've been pretty impressed. You know, throughout the first season, they looked great, but they're looking even better at the major.
There we have that. I mean, that last, because, you know, Death on this Legion commander, he's mastered it. You know, this man is one of the best Legions in the business. And a perfect game for him. That fantastic answer towards the Bristleback down the line. Duel, something that you absolutely need to draft in your lineup nowadays with Bristles in play, just because of the lack of breaks that are really available from, you know, in the past patches with some of the other more meta heroes.
Yeah, there are almost no breaks in Dota anymore. Nyx Assassin's Vendetta, they removed the break.
Yep.
Puppy on the mid lane, I believe he got a D ward if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he got some XP. He got that Observer ward.
And I'm going to be intrigued to see how Secret deal with the Yopaj pup. You know, we've seen these games where Yopaj, he's just unstoppable. Completely unstoppable on his puck. Let's see what Secret can do to deal with him. I mean, when you look at Secret's lineup, do you feel that they have a lot of ways to contain a puck?
They have one silence. They have like long range initiation. Like this, I don't think they have enough. This is one of those games where I see puck, I'm like, man, if I was on the other team, I'm already scared. You know, you're playing into two Dispel Mechanics. That's gonna be really rough. They have so much AoE uncontrollable damage, so Nyx Assassin will get some good carapaces off.
And did you like the decision from OB.NEON to run this safe lane, Leshrac, put it in this farm, position one position? We're seeing, you know, teams able to get away with this when they do have good control around. I mean, when you have heroes like the Legion, Puck in the mid lane, when it comes to the mid-game fights, Dreamcore's going to get laid down. Skem's just going to be in the middle of it all, kicking out so much damage onto the Lesh.
Leshrac is an insane hero. I feel like this hero should be used a bit more often. I find him very strong. You said the combination with the puck. Also one of the reasons like why they have it as a safe lane. Leshrac, he's scaled, but you also have an off laner who can easily be like that damage dealer. He starts getting off those dual damages on. Mid Mars against the puck, like I've been you know, thinking who does better. I've seen this matchup. Mars does surprisingly well against the Puck on the mid lane.
I will see top lane. Was the duo as strong as ever, this Bristle Coxel, having a lot of offensive potential for Secret early on in the laning phase as Matu and Puppy are able to run down Death. Stacks build up a little too much for the Legion to deal with. But here for Secret.
Good start for Matumba Man. What is he bringing? He is bringing Boots of Speed, Magic Stick, like such a great hood game. And the new upgrade for the hood feels really, really nice. It's like a must-have item on a Bristleback.
The mid Joe patch. Heavy damage here from Nisha. It's about the CS in a bit of time. We'll give him the money for the bottle. Sent out. Stained in the lane. Nisha continues to be able to deal with the spam that Yopaj is going to be able to throw out with the orbs. Be able to, of course, very tanky hero. So able to kick back pretty hard as well with the God's Rebuke. The time that Yopaj gets a little too close.
Yeah, this is the build on mid-Mars I've seen. Like God's Rebuke, 2 points in it, and the Bulwark, then you get a point in a spear because you want to be able to like secure the range creeps, deal more damage with the God's Rebuke. You get the bottle a bit early on and just keep spamming it.
Seeing CS on the top lane there. Spike going down, matching the CS of Matumba Man pretty nicely. 16 for on Matu, 14 for 1 on them. So we're missing out on the far down on the bottom lane. Scam 17 for 3, 16 for 3 of Zai. So side lanes, other than that kill top, starting pretty evenly. Slight lead at the moment for Nisha. Red very close behind.
Rune spawning in 15 seconds. Let's see the rotations coming up from the supports. Like what Nyx Assassin does is he stacks the creep camp and then goes for the Rune. It's pretty much the standard stuff coming out from position 4. The efficiency is there. Rune will spawn on the top lane. Yopaj will get the haste. So what you want to do with the Mars is pressure Puck a little bit so that he does not have a haste for possibly like a gank rotation on the top lane. Like one of the reasons why Nisha is like instantly playing aggressive on him, because rotating to the side lane, especially the top lane with the haste, could be pretty big. But I can see that Puck also kind of adjusted to that, has a healing cell, so might not be able to force the bottle already. We'll see. Running low on mana though. And with the haste rune, you can also, like, if you just keep it, you can steal their bounty. Pretty big deal. And I think that's what Yopaj is planning to do.
Yeah, you know, the Nisha's going to want to refill the bottle.
Haste!
Here we have it. We'll start playing around the 5-minute bounties. Do you feel confident enough to stick around? In fact, maybe looking for some action down towards the river. Find Zai or Yapsor. Well, let's get pushed up to the high ground, but of course with the orb back down, doesn't mean he won't be able to set. Still needing a little bit of XP until he hits that 6. As turn quickly to the middle lane.
Clockwork and 0 CS, usually Yapsor is the one, you know, who gets a ton of work on, steals a lot of kills whenever it's possible. This time around, it's hard for them to get a kill. Like, they get on top of Lashrak, 2 points in Edict plus a Photic Shield. Like, Yapsor dies. He goes in, he's probably dead.
Very hard lane for them to play aggressive into, especially now that the 6s are online. Move down bottom will be responded to by Yopaj coming in a Dream Coil. To take farm.
Yeah, you said, you know, this Legion Commander, he's the best in the business, going straight into Blade Mail. Like, no
Dire's
shenanigans,
middle tower
no
is
other
under
items,
attack.
no Boots of Speed, nothing, just straight up Blade Mail.
He wanders against some of these heroes.
Tower is under attack.
Fights Zai, the Exorcism's out.
Oh, they're checking the stats. Scan from Dire.
They're going to be able to take this, especially with the Arcane Rune
It's
on
only
Yopaj.
level 6 on Puck, but he has 3 in Orb, 1 in Banning Rift.
Radiant's top tower is
They
under
stole only the
attack.
small creeps.
Okay. Still have the large ones left. Nisha to take.
Dire's
Yopaj will
courier
find a
has
courier
been
though.
slain.
Able to take that away from Nisha on the way out. Matu try and chase it. Play hard. Hold back Matu with the impale. the patch. Still low cooldowns for Arcane, able to jump away. Same time down bottom, dive was being made. Geb's able to turn it, gets the kill on Yapsel.
It's just too much damage coming out from this Lash Rack. Also put another point in the Edict. Since it's a safe lane Lash Rack, you're playing against a ranged offlaner, you don't put points in the Lightning Storm. Like, there's no reason, and they have a position 4 who's a melee, so you get so much value from the Edict.
Radiant's courier has been
Lane Matsu. Able to get round, take down the courier. Death. He's trying to run. He's got a stick charge to play hard. He had a hold Matsu back enough to protect Death. He is. Take down the Legion. He's going to dive onto the next assassin as well. TP's coming over. That will be enough to force back Matsu and Puppey. They won't dive more. Kill on Death again though.
This aquatic shield kind of looks like Lincoln Sphere, doesn't it?
That
on
is a
Lash
Lincoln
Rack.
I mean, that looks straight up like a Lincoln Sphere. There we go. Yeah, OB.NEON's so good that
Lands back.
somehow
Lincoln Sphere 7 minutes in.
7-minute Lincolns on Janwell. Record time.
Yopaj, he's getting all the runes.
Nice.
This is his build. Like Yopak, he, gets those 3 null talismans, goes for the Witchblade. Like, it's ton of damage, a lot of mana regen. It's just some good stuff. Duel available on bottom. Just needs to farm another 100 gold to finish off the Blade Mill.
See, playing pretty deep on Secret's half of the map. There. Puts some pressure on the tower, but he's completely alone. Do have that ward up by the outpost though, so good vision on any sort of movements. If Secret do try and head over there to deal with him. Zai, switching around towards the mid lane. Feeling confident that they can push down the bottom tower with the abandonment.
Haste!
And sitting there. Want to try and put some pressure on in the mid. It's top. Way on. Gem. Running things off in. The Dream falls down onto the Timberman. He's coming over for Yapsel. Oh, okay, Matsu. He takes down the 2 of them on the way out. They get the kill done, but it's a bit of a messy one there from OB.NEON.
This is your position 4 and the position 1 actually dying to Bristleback. Could done on him, has a casual cloak on top of that. Magic Wand charges strength, like he's extremely farmed.
Now with the ghost up, mid Secret.
Structures are fortified.
Try and pressure the tier 1 tower here. Sort of a defense that OB.NEON's able to come up with. They've got everybody back alive. Okay. Of course, got the level 6 duel, the Blade Mount. Does have that setup.
It's gonna be hard to set things up. If they don't have the coil, Nyx Assassin's not level 6. They can't just start a fight. Legion Commander does not even have boots of speed. We'll buy one now, but it's hard to just go in and get the duel off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle
Top
tower
Secret.
is under
Where they're
attack.
going to find themselves. Done well. See if they can take him down.
You
Be able to do so. Yopax got up in 10 seconds. Could look to try and fight back in on this. Is already Skep's running down Nisha. Lots of damage being done to the house. Nisha, he's got to get out of here. He's not going to be able to do so. Yopax is in with a jump.
On nether zephyrs.
Top of Nisha takes out the Mars.
Nyx Assassin will need to take the tome for himself to get himself level 6, and then he can start roaming around, playing with the puck, possibly Legion Commander as well. They're gonna start pressuring the top tower. Team Secret is nowhere near the bottom lane, so they can't trade. If Bristleback comes to the top, they could potentially defend, but there's like so much damage coming up from level.
Middle tower is under attack.
This is just done.
See tower, see chip.
Dire's top tower
Around
has
the carry lash.
fallen.
The mid. EP's coming over. See if player can get the setup with Zai. Too quick. Be able to turn and grab him. So Secret they are, sitting 3 heroes behind Zai around the mid. OB.NEON got to be a little cautious how much they push for this.
Surprise.
Puppey making some big stacks for Bristleback. This is something we've seen from Team Liquid, where they had a Bristleback bottle. Bristleback was just too far. He got 1 level per minute. Could see the same thing here. Like has a hood, has a Vanguard, going into Eternal Shroud. I'm not sure if they have enough damage to kill. Like if they group around, yes, Legion Commander can turn him, but still doesn't feel like they have enough damage to just burst him.
No, it's going to take him a long time. Take him 100-0, that's for sure. The rest of the members of Secret, though, definitely
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
targets for OB.NEON as Yopaj going to set things up. We'll go for the jump onto Nisha. Start straight around the bars. Yapso comes in with a hook shot. Holds down as well. Grabs the three of them. Now with the duel, though. OB.NEON, they're just able to say thank you for coming in, Yapso. We'll take you as well. As Nisha and Yapso, they go down. Zai tends to go south. Starts to push back Yopaj. Play hard on the retreat, but the sentry's down.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yopaj doesn't look like they can
The Dire are getting
play hard. They
forced
can't.
their
Play hard's out with the Vendetta. Play hard's able to make it away.
Good invasion inside of triangle.
Visibility.
The only initiation they have is pretty much Clockwork going in.
They're
Mars.
going to be able to look to get Zai as well. Behind the tower, play hard.
Dire's middle
Continues to
tower
wrap
is under
around.
attack.
He's pushing on to Zai.
Radiant's
Nisha, he's
bottom
TPing in.
tower
Does he really want to finish this? He
No,
doesn't.
play hard, just bumping that stun, face bumping it,
Tips
and
coming out.
yeah, he's not going in.
Absolutely not.
This is the strength of Neon's lineup, you know, going in together, having those taking the towers. First, the dual damage, like this is what you need. When you're playing Legion Commander, you didn't get any dual damage off. You kind of, I'm gonna say struggled, but you know, didn't have the best laning stage. So you need something. You need some kind of a boost in confidence, and that's the first 10 dual victory damage.
Game is definitely slowing down a little bit for Nisha. His farm falling behind. Especially when you compare it to just the amount of money that Yopaj is rolling in right now. 2K ahead of Nisha. Bots into Blink next.
This is gonna be second item, Boats of Travel,
Yeah.
which I like because he can just split push all he wants. They have Clockwork, they have like Silence coming up from the Death Prophet. Pretty much these are the only abilities that he needs to care about. So he can always go cut the waves. They also have one Boats of Travel on the Lash Rack. Like right now, Team Secret should try to take a fight. That's like 4,000 gold for mobility. These items don't deal damage, doesn't give you any kind of tankiness.
It's just kind of hard for Secret to start a fight.
They need to just group around.
Yeah.
Like they need to group around, take the mid tower with the exorcism. It's gonna be up online in 20 seconds. Hook shot.
We'll be able to get the catch on to play hard. Get out of it. Carapace out, tries to get out of the cogs. Is able to turn, get the stun down to Nisha. Backup's coming in for OB.NEON. Play hard. He'll get taken out by the blast. OB.NEON not quite able to get back into the fight. Time to protect their next assassin. They'll let him go.
Secret has good heroes to like force a fight. Let's say inside the pit, you group around, you're forcing enemy to react to what you're doing. They're not the best heroes at ganking. I want to see Force Staff on the Nyx Assassin. We can see like Nyx and Baton were paired up, I think, a couple of times already. Because even inside the arena, Nyx Assassin can almost survive. Like he uses the carapace, get the stun, then there's the shield heal coming out from Abba.
Be a big fan of this as well for Yopaj. We'll see if he continues on it. Swaps his mind
Dire's
away
top
from the
tower is
boost
under
travel and
attack.
says, I want more damage. I need to be able to blow up these heroes, get the kills, tune up the E-Blade straight after the Witch Blade.
He's going for all
Dire's top tower
He is,
is
he's collecting
under
them.
attack.
He needs.
Was he
What
need
else?
Dire
Blade of Alacrity,
Structures.
Falcon Blade, Blades of Attack, Quelling Blade. We have so many
There's a lot
blades,
of
like
blades.
Shadow, Diffuse Blade,
Oh my goodness.
Abyssal,
Yeah, he's going to be 9 slotted in no
T-Blade.
time.
That Cyclops is a
Yeah,
big fan of.
T-Blade.
Yeah, there we go.
Unfortunately, not a purchasable item, but... Buy a pocket Terrorblade. We go, smoke from OB.NEON. The ult's good to go. Yopaj ready to set things up. Down bottom is Tumberman and Yapso. Tumberman very tanky. Yapso much less though. It's definitely an easy dual target. What do they want to go for? They're actually going to go straight in onto the Tumberman. They put the flame out, they're in for the duel. They've got a lot of damage. Bring them down. They're able to finish them off in time. Skep coming in from the side. The stun not going to quite connect though. Secret can step to the side now. Let's get back in. They'll run down, play hard. Matsu gets on top of the Nyx Assassin, takes him down. And towards John Well they go. As John Well with no borrowed time, he will pop. Secret turn things around as OB.NEON, they try and go all in on the Bristle.
This is like
it's
a
not
test,
enough.
you know, you go in, you're like, yeah, let's test it out. Let's see if we can take out the Bristleback. So for the next fight, they're probably not gonna go for him. If Leshrac was there, I think Bristleback dies, but Leshrac was not close to use his abilities straight away. It shows that they can still kill him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. In more of the numbers if they want to try to do that again as now. Secret, the room to push in on the mid.
Radiant's middle tower is under
20
attack.
seconds. It's going to be very hard for OB.NEON to start a fight. So this tier 1 tower should be Secrets.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Boom, there it goes.
They're all very close right now. To 6. 1k gold in it at the moment. Patch, how close are we looking on Heat Blade? Certainly getting there. It'll be long before that's done. Ghost Scepter already purchased. 200 gold away from the Eagle song.
It's gonna help out with the burst, especially like for the backliners. Like you want to take out the Keeper of the Light. Poppy always finds his farm. Poppy, like staying 1.3k gold ahead of enemy position 4, has a floppy hat, raindrop, full glimmer cape, and the wand. Like, I don't think Puck can blow him up with the E-Blade. Also, they could use a Spirit Vessel. Like I said, they need a Force Staff, but now seeing how Bristleback, like the lifesteal that he gets from the Eternal Shroud, the lifesteal, like Spirit Vessel.
Gonna be able to set things up on Anisha. Catches him in the river. Anisha trying to run. Throw down, OB.NEON. They can take him out at the same time down bottom. Need to be able to make moves there as Skep and Play Hard catch out Puppy. Zai trying with the counterplay to control Play Hard, but not able to find enough setup. Yep, so of course still on cooldown. Secret lose 2.
I like how Nisha, you know, just the efficiency. Even though he's dying, he still uses Yule Scepter on a Puck to pop the double damage just to take it away.
Yopaj is becoming a bit of a nightmare to deal with. This E-Blade, 18 minutes in, it's going to be a lot of damage. And 2-0-4, we're really still seeing the lack of counters really for the Puck that Secret have in the draft. They just can't control Yopaj.
Play hard, cutting things out. Set it up.
Little late there with the Spike Carapace.
If it was the last patch, that would connect, because the Crypt Storm, like the cast,
that's true.
Cast animation got increased. Puck is 11 slotted right now. He has all the slots in the world.
And it's off.
Not wrong. No patch. Very big right now, and again, just the difference. Nisha really struggling this game to get much farm at all. He's like far behind that of Yopaj. He's having to sit back, choose next few items online. He has the SMY done. Now packing a fair bit of a punch.
Yeah, that status resistance is going to help out against those stuns. They have a bunch of stuns, and also against the duel. It's going to last less. The question, which blade does Puck have? The answer is Ethereal Blade. I need to stay, you know, I'm making myself laugh. I can't concentrate. I need to work here, Owen. Make me stop.
Finders.
Right, no, it's early morning. Again, Bloodstone done. Bottom lane, Secret starting to head over into OB.NEON's territory, moving up tier 2. If OB.NEON want to come down and try and defend this,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
very much have the power to do so. The ult's up. Okay, pushing in the top. Looks like they may just go for a trade here. Poppy's going to head back, start to work on the D push.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Same time, he's got to be careful. Yeah, Yopaj, he's actually able to just jump in and get the grab on Puppy. Keeper's coming back straight away.
Behold!
Yeah, Puppy's tanky. Like I said, you know, having that floppy hat and the raindrop plus the glimmer cape, he knows what's up. Like, he sees what item Puck is going for. He wants to be as tanky as possible. Bristleback gets recoil.
He did try and run down and get the catch onto Yopaj, John well, but not able to do so. More Secret back. I'll head back themselves. Damage done to tier 2, pretty much the exact same state. Able to get about half of the tower taken away. Top lane Yopaj. Seeing if he can find Nietzsche.
Dyer's bottom tower
Enough
is
damage
under
to the
attack.
E-Blade. Be able to move it with the Yule Scepter. Actually going to pop the arena down in an attempt to escape. She has to run. Goes in onto John Ball, gets the cogs. Section onto the two of them, spear follow on. Showtime is locked down against the cogs. A phase shift, can he get out of this? Spider is surrounding, he'll try and jump out for the orb. Finish him in
Secret,
time.
yeah, they need to run inside the pit right now. They killed the 2 heroes. Yopaj does not have a buyback. They have a ton of damage. It's a level 2 exorcism with the goo, so much minus armor. You know what? Oh, okay. I was just thinking about it. You know, I want to see Hairball. Like, this is such an
Dyer's
insane
bottom
shard.
tower is under attack.
I find like this has to be one of the better ones. Like, we don't see too much of a bristleback, but you know, using that, releasing 2 crawls while you have like 5 stacks, that's ton of damage.
It feels like it's as good as an Axe upgrade. Let alone, you know, rather than a shard. You're getting that much value out of it. It's no price of 40. Gotta watch out for those stats just building up immensely in the team fights.
Flashback has a ton of farm. Like, he's keeping up with the bristleback, has Bloodstone done. Going into BKB Shivas, he already knows what he wants to go for. Reduce the healing with the Shivas, but also needs a BKB against the arena to get out against the Clockwork. This Clockwork building, he's just going for the 4-staff, casual cloak.
Dyer's top tower is
So
under
there,
attack.
the biggest threat Yopaj has to be concerned about. Getting cogged and the spear following up. This little combo there from Secret that did catch him. Last attempted escape of retreat. Yopaj. Let's fight Zai. We'll have BKB complete. Coming far more tanky against the magic output. The Leshrac off the puck.
Zai has been kind of silent on the DP. It's, you can't really go for any play duel.
See if they can take down Matumbaman. Coming in with the duel. They get close, but not able to finish up the jump. Now the turnaround just comes into play. Yapso into the cold shoulder, the 2 of them. Gun out onto Matumbaman. Then will be able to bring down Yapso. Schemax.
Oh,
Finally
the
falls
damage.
his puppy. Gets a perfect illuminate onto the 2 of them, taking down both John Well and Skev. Down the river. Yopaj. Be cautious here. Just him and play hard left alive. Yopaj does have Dream Coil available. E-Blade bursts in a few seconds, but Zai's tanking. Gotta run. She gets the jump in. Spearman play hard. Yopaj just throwing down the coil to try and give him some time to get out of there. Play hard will be left behind. Secret, they'll find
Radiant's
the
top
4 of them
tower
as
is
again
under
just
attack.
another bit of an ambitious attempt there from OB.NEON to throw everything onto Matumbaman.
Only once, right? This is the second time that they tried to go on a bristleback. This time around, bristleback had ages. Not sure what the plan was.
Yeah, that's true. Even if they did get in the ones.
Dyer's middle
It's a risky play. I mean, I guess they just really feel that they can't take team fights unless they deal with Matumbaman. The problem is at the moment, Matumbaman's build is very hard. Almost impossible for them to take him out.
Yeah,
before Secret comes
it's
to
one
the
of
back.
those high-risk, no-reward plays, I would call it. You know, because like even if you kill him, you're gonna lose at least 1 or 2 heroes, and then he respawns. They would still have like 2 minutes left on that Aegis, but yeah, very weird play from OB.NEON.
Especially this time round, where Secret they had the full lineup ready to turn. Skev able to live for a little bit, getting some damage out thanks to the backup of John Well.
Like this is just the 2 heroes trying to go on a bristle. Once they have the Spirit Vessel, it's gonna be much easier. He also has a charge, just needs to farm another 300 gold.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Secret,
fallen.
they might just be ready to head up to the high ground. Still with the Aegis for a minute and a half, and Matumbaman
Radiant's
on the
bottom
verge
tower
of
is
hitting
under
level
attack.
20.
Radiant structures
Ready up those last few fights
fortified.
to a massive amount of
Dyer's structures
XP.
are fortified.
So it's the sort of lives that OB.NEON has thrown at him.
When you read the description of Hairball, it says cuffs and quill-packed hairball. Like, why does he have hair in his mouth in the first place?
But that's what cats do, isn't it? Yeah, but it's like a purple.
This is not a cat.
Radiant's bottom tower is
I mean,
under
isn't it?
attack.
It's like some weird-looking cat, but it's, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely, yeah. You've seen a lot
I
of
mean,
National Geographic when you were younger, I see.
I mean, I see what you mean. It doesn't look like he has a lot of fur.
Yeah, he
Or
does.
he doesn't have a lot of hair. You know, it's not. He's not hairy. It's a lot of quills. And I hope he's not got quills in his throat.
That's kind of dangerous.
Yeah, if he's coughing that up, it's not just the quills coming out. It's a
Maybe
whole
that's
load of
why
blood.
it deals so much damage. Maybe it's
Radiant's
actually
middle
the
tower
quills.
is under attack.
Just have some very, very strong.
Yeah, we need to change the name to Bristle Cat. Definitely. Bristle.
That'll be the new Arcana. Matsu, able to turn on to play hard. Play hard. They're going to drop the Dream Core. They're trying to contain the
Age is gone in 5.
Falling a little low. If they could find this, maybe they could kill him. But Matsu's playing very aggressively here. They're going to lose the job.
They know.
The duel.
Perfect timing.
It really would. Matsu, I don't think he was keeping track of the timing himself.
Nah, he was too
playing
busy,
so
you know,
aggressive.
cuffing out those quills.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower
That was
is
such
under
nicely
attack.
done by Neon. They were like keeping him low. Yeah, you can see the Spirit Vessel actually, you know, doing the work, so they might need some kind of a dispel. Like, as a carry Bristleback, you do not want to get a Lotus Orb, but someone might need to.
Just not keeping track of the Aegis time, I don't think. Or maybe just realizing a little too late, which is a bit surprising considering he does have a clock on his team.
What is Puppy doing? He's going for Eon Disc. Okay, I can understand that against, you know, this burst damage from the Puck Legion Commander as well. He just wants to be able to try to survive. Gabsor trying to build a Spirit Vessel. They have, I don't think you get a lot of value from this item, you know. It's
For
good.
secret, yeah.
Yeah, because you have 2 ways of dispelling it. Yeah. You have a Baton, you have LC. Eventually you will have BKBs as well.
Play hard. Pretty dead there, Nisha. Mashing him down with the God's Rebuke. $5K lead for Secret, but saw that. You know, OB.NEON, they absolutely can bring down the big old beast that is Timmerman's Bristle. You have to be a little more careful than he was the last time round.
For sure. And you can see that he is queuing up a BKB, wants to be able to just go in. Pretty much the only ability they have that goes through Magic Immunity is the duel if they get a good jump. But for Team Secret, they have no like counterplay. They go in with the duel. That's it. Like, they can try to spear people, but now with the BKB on LC, it's gonna be much easier. LC only with 30 damage, 30 minutes in, but you know, maybe he can start the ball rolling. You know, get those, pump those damage up, because these are some rookie numbers.
AC pretty much done on the Timmerman, so a while away from being able to build up an AC themselves. Death's going to need a lot more time to get that far. Wants to pick up the halberd first. The Secret's next. Chill out and wait for the next rush. Potential respawn in 30 seconds. OB.NEON have proven that they can deal with the Bristle if he has just 1 life.
That's full AC done. Matumba Man still keeping the Nether Shawl and the Mindbreaker. He's like, yeah, I'll check it out how it goes, because they have a ton of magical damage. Maybe it's better if I just, you know, get that the Nether Shawl. Like, Nether Shawl needs to be nerfed. This is like the best tier 2 item for sure. Like, you have 25 magic resist, you have spell damage, and you lose 3 armor.
I mean, yeah, you don't mind taking that trade-off. That in total.
Dire's top tower is under
54%
attack.
magic resistance. Wants to line up. That OB.NEON have, but a lot of it is magical damage. It's so insanely tanky.
Roche will respawn in 30 seconds. So this is where the next fight is gonna be. Nisha was thinking about getting some straight up damage. Getting that Nesso, but needs to protect himself. They have no save whatsoever. of magical damage once again coming in from Neon. So BKB is kind of a must-have choice.
BKBs, it's going to be difficult for OB.NEON to fight around the pit. Once contested. Once Secret, you start going for it. Roshan up a couple of seconds.
And it's off.
Secret, perfect position to hold OB.NEON back from anywhere close to the Roche. So an arcane rune ready for the next fight.
Players here.
Arcane rune, who gets it?
It's
gonna be Yopaj!
There's a jump! Yopaj is able to get it still. They've got a came through, but they turn and they blow off Sauce! They turn on North, but Tumba back and bring him down low. Matsu, he's trying to run, but Skep, he's just chasing him down!
Skep got this, he's in.
Nisha's coming in with a BKB onto death, and the BKB's soon to wear out, but Nisha's gonna run. Yopaj, he kills off Yapsor. Zark's trying to get with the side, but ultimately
Spear.
to get the spear connection back over towards the wall of the Roshan pit. They burst through Skep. Buyback from Yapsor, see if that's going to allow him to catch anything more. Zai also able to take down Dromwell. Yopaj playing around with Puppey. Chase this down, he really wants to finish the kill, gets it with a Waning Rift, it isn't enough. Quick moves there, you know,
That
OB.NEON,
was so good from Yopaj, you know, blinking in,
stealing that
taking that
arcane
through.
rune.
And now look what he's doing with it. He's just kiting. Yapsor used the buyback. Unfortunately, they did not manage to kill the Bristleback.
Yapsor's looking pretty dead. One more hit from Yopaj if he can find it, and he can. Jumps in with a Waning Rift. Whereas the rest of OB.NEON are kind of dying, Yopaj, he's doing the work here, cleaning up the back lines, punishing some of these buybacks.
Yeah, they have very limited amount of lockdown for this puck. You said, you know, Cogs, Spear possibly. He needs to be able to get rid of the Silence Team Secret. They're like, can we go inside the pit? Roshan is full HP. Let's check what's happening. Lash was also like super greedy there. Did not want to pop his Bloodstone. Maybe that could possibly save him there. Yopaj has the Psychic Headband, so he can also break the call with it. And the full Bloodstone.
He's a huge Yopaj. And this Roshan has a little spooky, especially, you know, for Secret, that use some of those buybacks. And, you know, we just saw how Yopaj was able to get in and steal the arcane rune. You know, Secret don't want to let that happen in the Roche pit.
Double damage. Bottom. Maybe they give it to Legion, maybe they don't.
I think Yopaj
Yopaj's like, yeah, I'm the carry now.
You give Yopaj any of these active runes and he's just tear up the team fights.
Shiva's Guard also down on Lashrak, so that's going to help quite a lot against the Spirit Siphon, the Bristleback heals, and of course providing the vision. Keeper of the Light isn't really doing much in the team fights. Same goes for Clockwork, like everyone's super tanky, they have two ways of spelling things, you have like shield, you have some press the attack. I'm not feeling Neon, like I feel they are in control of this game.
For sure, I mean Secret, they had a bit of a lead. Matsu was getting as big as he was, but they haven't really been able to do as much as they would have wanted to do with it. The first Aegis usage, not off to a great start where they lose Matsu as soon as it expires. And now they're in a position where you can see Secret are very scared about going for the Roshan. Know that OB.NEON's got an incredibly strong team fight around that area.
A tithe to the impurity.
Legion Commander going for Heaven's Halberd. They don't have too many like right clicks. I can understand like a casual Sanj is fine. Bristleback, he deals some right clicks, but even if he's disabled, like you're still gonna deal damage with the hairball, with the cool sprays, so not too much value from this item. Matthew getting very close to his BKB, just 100 gold away. We'll sell an item, and there we go. So if they want to kill Bristleback, they need to jump in pre-BKB, otherwise they need to ignore him.
Yapsor. Gonna get the Legion on to play hard. Straight away with the hook shot over the side. Cromwell trying to TP out to be able to put a stop there, but the play hard goes down. Cromwell able to get the borrowed time off. Of course, nothing to stop that. Secret will be able to find him still. The rest of OB.NEON having no interest in turning up to the fight.
Both heroes have buybacks, so probably they should use it and try to contest the Roche.
Secret looks to try and take Roshan now. OB.NEON See if they can get into this initiation over the side. Then there's found Nisha. But goes for Spirit of Death, pops the BKB straight away. It's going to start to head on. Norm walks back. Yopaj jumps in. Think of the coil. Think of the coil. Back onto Nisha. They're taking out Nisha. He's dead for 80. Formo getting run down by Zyma to the map. But Yopaj is able to reset. Jumps out to the side. He's already looking to get back.
Hook shot. Available.
Catch up, scam, silent, Yopaj jumps in with the side, top gets all of them, catches both the clock and the DP, Yopaj pushing back Puppy. Scam, trying to run down Zai, taking down the Spirit Vessel. Yopaj on the high ground, he's going to be able to jump out in time, he is. Blink back to safety, he's okay. He's waited out and he's now ready to get back in with the Exorcism shortly coming to an end. Secret losing a lot of their potential in this team fight. And they're without Nisha, they're mid for 50 seconds.
Neon, they need to kite. Like, they need to kite those BKBs. They have 3 BKBs on side of Team Secret. They need to, like, go in, make stuff happen. And then it was such a good play from Yopaj there. I believe he used the Psychic Headband to break the coil. Yeah. And, yeah, this is such a great item on Puck.
And Nisha just wasn't ready for it. I believe they were able to catch him before he was able to get the BKB off. It's all in that fight. Already we have OB.NEON hunting into the jungle of Secret. They've got to be careful. There's going to be the jumping from Yopaj onto Yapzor. So underneath the tower, yeah, still looking to try and get a catch. They'll drop the Doom Call down onto Yapzor. Zai gets the ship guard out, but gets straight over the jewel. Gets the catch on the DP. Skate turns as well. Coming down to bring down Zai. They do. Zai goes down. Yapzor tries to get him, but there's too much damage that's being kicked out. Fights against Redtrack. Then getting low underneath the tower. Yeah, they escape this. He won't. He will tick down as the damage from the tower is too much for him to withstand.
Tower is under attack.
Come forward from Nisha. Trying to see if he can get the catch.
Good push back.
And the Psychic Headband, play hard. Maybe see if he can even get back in on this, but the arena's dropped. They've got the catch on Skem. Locked down to the arena wall. Secret will be able to take down Skem in return.
And it's time for Team Secret to go inside the mid finally and try to end this Roche. But, you know, Yopaj, he's going to be annoying. He has a case rune once again, so... The slot. He's going for the steal.
Let's see if Yopaj can do it. Can he do it? Yes! Oh, but no, Secret's able to take it. Roshan kill and Aegis will go the way of Secret. Bristleback
Is the one who picked up both of the items working for the Abyssal Blade, so it's going to be much easier to lock down the Puck. Puck, I see Eon Disc. Eon Disc is fine. I also think he might need to get like more damage, like Dagon would be really, really good. He just hit level 25. And Puck, he's thinking, like, do I need this scale? Maybe I need to be able to deal damage, but, you know, considering that he's going all in with the Bloodstone, Vanisher, and AoE, range is a much better choice.
Middle tower is under attack.
Shimato as well, just pushing with the Flicker. A lot of things to take off, break away with the Dispel. Stopped some of the full combo that Yopaj wants to lay down. And yeah, he's doing it, he said, actually just skips the Eon Disc, he's going full for the Dagons.
Yeah, I like that more.
Top
you know.
tower is under attack.
Like, he risks a lot, so even if he like gets caught, he can still die, but if a Baton is there, if the lead commander is there, because he doesn't have a single defensive item for himself. But yeah, I think Dagon 5 is like a must. Good combination with the Ethereal Blade, try to blow them up, drag the fight for like 30 seconds, a minute. Kite the BKBs, that's exactly what they need to do.
How Lenny goes on the upgrades, does necessity to shave that buyback. It's been spotted.
Jackpot.
Dream Rune here for Yopaj, ready for the next fight.
They have 2 Eon Discs. 1 Eon Disc, never mind. That Prof is just building one, so you're not gonna be able to go in
bottom
and,
tower is under attack.
initiate with the duel. You're gonna have something against this burst damage coming out from Puck. We've seen, I believe it was Quincy Crew against Virtus Pro, the last game when Quincy got eliminated, where like a Baton couldn't get any of the spells off, but it was the exact same matchup. A Baton into Death Prophet, this huge AoE silence. Like, you can't do anything. Like, you can't, like, you need LC possibly to dispel you, then you dispel someone else.
I guess at least with the force staff, he can play sort of sat right back and just use that force to close the gap and get in once he's
That force staff a lot of value against Bristleback, of course, against the Clockwork on top of that. Puppy got a gem, so they want to get rid of vision from OB.NEON. I don't think they have any vision except the one ward on top.
Atu. He's gonna make the jump in onto Playard. Playard will be saved by Death for now. They force him back into the tier 4 towers. Matu actually popping the BKB there. Push them back.
Radiant's bottom
Slams to the
tower
tier 3 tower. Racks are now exposed.
With Flicker, yeah, he can just dispel things. Such a great valuable tier 4 item here.
With the go side. Trying to push on. Backdoor protect kicking in. Free wave will be through fairly shortly though, so Secret can stick around and keep pushing. 1 minute 30 on the Aegis. See if they keep a bit of a belly trap in that. Already gets in on the back line. He just did with the someone to do that. They got the stone on the side. Time goes down. They bring down the DP scans. He's heading straight towards the back line. He's on top of Yaxor. Yaxor will fall. The buyback from there. They'll look to continue to push back Secret. Matu turns over towards Armwell. We'll be able to pick up the
going ham.
Now he's over towards Skem. Skem on the retreat up to the high ground. Gets away. And back again.
That's one buyback from Zai, one buyback from Dead.
Has been silenced. Got the spear, they've caught him, and it's another Matumba man.
He does not have buyback. He needs less than 200 gold, and now Team Secret, they can go back in again. Still, Aegis up and running for another 40 seconds. They also have the cheese. Someone popped the cheese, I believe.
With no Yopaj, this is a hard defense for OB.NEON.
Radiant's
Bottom racks taken out.
fallen.
For swinging over towards the mid, they'll at least get 2 sets here.
They probably think Puck has that
Radiant's middle tower
buyback.
has
But
fallen.
if he's not buying back right here, they're
Radiant's
like,
middle
maybe
barracks are
Gnoki does not have it. They have enough
Radiant's
time to
middle
actually go
barracks
for
have fallen.
Mega Creep. Aegis will be gone in 20 seconds.
See if OB.NEON can do anything with the 4 of them. Matu, going in with the BKB, straight at the wall. Playard, hits the wall of the arena. Playard goes down. Jim's got to run with the BKB and CC. Matu chased him down. Gets pulled. Has got a buyback on the Lesh. He's going to have to use it here. Secret is taking a 3rd set of racks. Tier 3 down, the racks exposed. Secret pushing up for the Megas. Dead, trying to get in on this. He's going to open up with the dual launch for Timberman, but then the damage to silence on the Skep. Beats in with a spear.
They don't have enough.
Skep falling off. He's trying to run, will manage to get his spells out, but they'll lose Skep. Skep shields up, he's going to get surrounded. Skep will fall. As 4 dead on OB.NEON, they'll call it GG. It's their Secret. Will take game 1.
Middle tower is under
Team
attack.
Secret, yeah. Even with the lineup, you know, that doesn't have like super real, like late game, they take it to a bit more of a late game, and yeah, this first back, Matu, he really popped off. You know, Neon, they had some good stuff coming out from Puck, like those team fights, but a couple of bad initiations on a bristleback kind of set them back.
Indeed, and at the end as well, definitely a painful few moments there for OB.NEON. Yopaj, 200 gold away from having the buyback. He wasn't able to turn up and help defend the base as Secret play smart with the buybacks. You know, Zai gets back in, they know they can play on the offensive, and I'm sure, as you say, you know, they take 2 racks, they realize this Puck's not coming back. We can close this one up.
Yeah, they went for Mega Creeps, it's a safer play. But yeah, they go in. It's still a last track, you know. Once they have those BKBs, you're not going to be able to deal as much damage. And Team Secret, they played so well. Like, good stuff.
A strong attempt from OB.NEON to hold back Secret, but at the end of it all, the Matumba man bristleback proving to be a little too strong. As Team Secret, they'll take the first game of this series.
Thank you very much, OD Pixel and Lacoste. A very tense battle that took place all over the map at the same time between Team Secret and OB.NEON, but Team Secret managed to clutch it out in the end. Gentlemen, do you think that this is the Team Secret that everybody has been waiting for?
I think that this is the Neon that should be scaring Secret. Secret played up to their standard, but the fact that Neon was able to keep it neck and neck, they were making all the right moves. They were invading the jungle early on. They knew that there were stacks being made. Nisha wasn't really that big of a deal at all at like any point in the game. At the very end, he had some good spears which helped secure some kills, but he was getting abused in the mid lane and elsewhere. And overall, even though Secret did win, I think I was more impressed by Neon.
Not the first time that Neon loses the first game of the series, so SCA fans, there's still hope. They can still clutch it back in. It was, I think Secret definitely drafted much better than in the last series. I
Their LGD
disagree.
series
Yeah, I
is-
disagree a little bit with Owen with his assessment that their draft was as bad as before. I think this is looking much stronger, and you can see the reasoning behind all the heroes that they picked. I think that Neon was. Their draft got a fresh of breath air after the Legion Commander pick. Before that Legion Commander, they picked their comfort zone, but it felt like their comfort zone isn't that great versus what Secret drafted. However, they still played this so well. A couple of mistakes that suit their playstyle. You know, the couple of mistakes like diving that tier 2 to kill off.
Yeah.
I believe it was the
They
duel
killed,
on the Dead Prophet.
They killed the Mars off first, but
Yeah.
then that was like 30 seconds before the
This
fight.
This fight, literally.
So Mars is respawning right now. They're committing heavily. They duel the Death Prophet, try to kill her off. Matu's trying to do everything that he can, but they're just kind of ignoring him.
The problem is they dive so deep and they expect to get these fast pick-offs.
Yeah, and exit cleanly. But
And-
now
but,
Nisha's
yeah.
respawning and he's TPing in, and this would have been a clean exit if they could just get a little bit further. Nice attempt by the puck, but then everyone kind of commits to it.
And that's really it, isn't it? Secret understands that they will be trying to overextend, and because of that they're picking these Kotl plus Bristle types of drafts because they can sustain themselves and they can fight these long engagements. One of the reasons why Dead Prophet was targeted later on with the duel is they couldn't possibly kill the Bristle any longer, and she was dishing out just as much of damage as he was, so you needed to deal with both of them.
If you were able to catch the Bristle before he BKBs, I think they probably could if they dueled him first, but you don't want to test Matu. He'll win that every single time, and so there was really no choice. You have to go for the DP, the second highest damage dealing source, but then at the end of the day, you don't have an answer for Bristle.
Still, nothing to be ashamed of if you're Neon. Really strong performance and showing in game 1. I hope they don't swap things way too much around and that we see something similar from them in the second game. They're a team that makes these kind of interesting drafts, different drafts work. Much like, I keep on repeating this, I feel like I'm even disrespecting Neon. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to compare them to Liquid because I think that Liquid is a better team or anything like that. Just because
they have similar dynamics.
Very similar dynamics. You have Mickey on puck. Here you have Yopaj on puck, who literally feels like the true carry. He's the one that's right-clicking heavily. Meanwhile, the safe laner is the one that's passively dealing damage and constantly taking control and objectives.
Yeah, like Lacoste had mentioned, I'm surprised that Leshrac isn't prioritized more heavily by other teams. We don't see it first phase, only really Neon does it, and I see a lot of potential, but now I'm worried that this was kind of a free strategy for Secret. Coddle Bristle, that's an old hat. Everybody knows Coddle Bristle.
Yep.
And they were able to get away with it in game 1. Seems like they should have like a pretty strong draft advantage coming into game 2 because maybe you do need a ban Coddle. It's not just Bristle that you can do this chakra magic shenanigans with. There are a lot of other combinations.
Would they really want to dedicate bans to Enchantress and Coddle,
That's
though?
the question. I think you may still prioritize Enchantress higher, but hasn't been proven yet. You really only saw Secret take advantage of the Enchantress in game in their first upper bracket series versus Thunder Predator.
It also depends on what pick you have. If you have first pick, that IO still needs to go.
Yeah.
We aren't talking about Wisp and we haven't seen Secret play it yet in the major, but if the hero is in the pool, probably they will take it.
And Secret's the one team besides Alliance, which also won with support IO, but Secret's the one team that I think could definitely win with support IO, even if they don't want to run in a core position.
So this match there were a lot of great plays by OB.NEON, but we do have to name an MVP for Team Secret, and that MVP will be Matumba Man on the Bristleback.
Yeah, he did his Bristleback things,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
suppose.
my only other thing would be Puppy for the draft, because it was a surprisingly quiet game from most of Secret. Nisha didn't really stand out too much. Zai was tanking a lot of focus, and so he didn't get to stand out that much. Yapsor was playing Clockwork.
Instead of Mars, because throughout the DPC leagues, I have seen that Prophets do pretty well versus Puck, but Mars did extremely well too. Like, he dominated the first couple of levels, made Yopaj's life not as easy as it usually is.
Yeah.
Well, we had a fantastic game, and we will have more games coming up thanks to our sponsors like JBL. Gear up your gaming experience with the all-new JBL Quantum Series gaming headsets and PC speakers. You can find out more on jbl.com or follow at JBL_SG on Instagram. We will have Game 2 of Team Secret versus, oh my gosh, my brain just totally blanked out there. OB.NEON, sorry.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Let me redo this. We will have Game 2 of Team Secret versus OB.NEON coming up right after this break. Stay tuned. lower bracket to remain in the tournament. The loser of the series will take 5th place tied with the next series coming up. But gentlemen, this is a very, very, very close match, don't you think? A lot of people didn't really put a lot of respect on OB.NEON and the Southeast Asia region, but
Who are they? Show them to me. Who didn't put respect? Was it him?
All of the
Come here.
people, all the people voting on the esports, One Esports fantasy pick'em.
I mean, only 70-something percent.
74% voted for Team Secret,
Shame on you.
26% for OB.NEON.
I mean, that means that they respect them 20... It was 91 against LGD, I believe.
I think so. It
That
was
was 90
91 and...
They respect them either 20% more than
Exactly.
than Vichy, right? Was it
the LGD.
LGD, or people respect Secret
20% less.
Yeah.
That's the big question here. What do you guys think? Do you think that it's Team Secret that affected these odds?
I 100%. If
I think it's
Secret,
both. I think it's both. That Vici series that Neon had yesterday inspired some confidence.
100%, but usually it's if Secret are winning their series, it's always 90% on them until they really lose, until they do something completely wonky, and then that confidence kind of drops, which is what happened. But Neon they deserve to be 55, 45 at least.
Yeah. After seeing that game one, I'll admit, I was on the fence. I was like, let's see how they do against Secret. I mean, Vici Gaming, Fnatic, what did those victories really mean? Making your way through group stage. Oh, wait, now that I think about it, they've been winning a lot of games. Maybe I should put some respect on their name.
Yeah. And with their own strategy, with Death, who joined them, who literally woke up 2 hours before the major.
Wait.
Radiant team ban.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Radiant team pick.
They're thinking that game one was kind of we got Coddle Bristle. Sweet. We didn't have to do anything special.
10 seconds
Do you
remaining.
think that they'll not draft their hardest because it's game 2?
5
They have a
seconds
one
remaining.
game buffer.
They were really close to not winning that game, so that profit once again. This is Void Spirit from Neon, perhaps. No, Tusk
Radiant
instead.
team
Okay,
pick.
yeah, they secure the brawler. They secure that guy that needs to, be played by play hard, let's say, and the one that activates the remaining of their
10
cores.
seconds remaining.
This is pretty good for him to tank so many bans, though, because I
5
feel like Playhard
seconds
still had a
remaining.
pretty good game in that last game. So now Secret have a whole bunch of new heroes that they can ban out in the second phase.
And a whole bunch of heroes that they can pick. This is...
Yeah, they can take the Earth Spirit that they banned out
They can
previously.
they can take the spirit. They can go for something wild, pick that Monkey King. They can Void Spirit. There's if they want to play that Prophet on the offlane, that is the possibilities really are quite endless. Yeah, and they
I
can
believe that's
just
the phrase.
have to choose which way they want to go.
Now that Team Secret has
Dire
let
team pick.
the Tusk go through, where are their bans going to be focused now?
I say you go the same approach, ban out the carry. Okay, JK, they pick up the carry hero also.
Or the offlane.
Yeah.
Or the offlane. And I like this a lot because they have the Tusk. It opens up their draft. You don't know where exactly the Lash is going.
True.
It's decent versus Monkey, and I'm not completely
10
convinced on
seconds
the Monkey
remaining.
King core when he's playing versus these lineups that just run at you
5
so early
seconds
on.
remaining.
We've seen it already a couple of times, not do way too
Dire
much.
team banned.
Yeah, but I wonder if
Venom ban.
Secret pick up an Alchemist. JK.
JK.
Goodbye,
not gonna happen.
Alchemist.
Radiant team
Also, we've
banned.
seen that Prophet on offlane, most likely here as well. Maybe a 5 even versus Task. Not too bad. But, yeah, after seeing the game 1, we were expecting that Prophet on the offlane, right?
I am.
10 seconds remaining.
Why would OB.NEON ban out the Alchemist?
5 seconds remaining.
No, so the thing that Lizard said is, okay, Monkey King doesn't do very well whenever the teams push the tempo early on, and that's because usually Monkey King is spending a bunch of time farming his Aghanim Scepter. Let an offlane Alchemist farm it for you, and all of a sudden Monkey King's able to go toe-to-toe with a Leshrac at like 20 minutes into the game.
Oh, look at the stash.
Dude, Monty's been growing his hair out.
And the hair as well.
I know,
Man.
man. He's
That's the,
ascending.
that's the
Is he
quarantine
turning
hair.
Quarantine look.
Is he turning
Quarantine
into
chic.
Puppy from 2011?
He needs to curl his hair a little bit
needs
more.
to curl it and a little bit longer.
A
It has
little
to
bit
be.
longer.
Look at that hair on that Prophet. Didn't notice that much before.
10 seconds remaining.
There's some air conditioning going on.
5 seconds
Air
remaining.
condition-
Oh,
I'm
my
gonna show
God.
myself.
Damn it,
You
Lizard.
you can show yourself the door now.
Yeah.
But wait, we need you to
Oh,
analyze
now I know
this.
what's happened. You spent too much time with Lacoste and Black at DPC,
yeah, I just
China, and Southeast Asia. I was like, Lizard, you weren't like this. You didn't used to make low-hanging fruit jokes like this, and now look at
Dire
you.
team
I
banned.
get one throughout the whole event.
All right,
Okay,
fine.
one an event.
It was a
That's
pretty
it.
good one. I'll give it to you.
Dire team
Weaver
pick.
banned out, Abaddon banned out, and OB.NEON respect banning the Bristle, which I guess they consider to be the more irritating part of the Bristle-Coddle combo.
This is a pretty solid Oracle for them, stealing it away from Secrets. You don't want to be playing versus Monkey King Oracle or that Prophet Oracle, so pretty solid. Also, it just feels so good to have Oracle
10
with the
seconds
heroes that
remaining.
they play. These Leshracs, these Death Prophets, and whatnot. In
5
this
seconds
situation,
remaining.
obviously, just the Leshrac.
Would that be a five Oracle?
Yes.
Does that mean that Pango is open for OB.NEON? Picking
And
up
for
an
Secret.
Dire team
And for
pick.
Secret as well.
availability.
Shaker.
Right side Pango.
Zai, most likely the Death Prophet now that the Shaker has been revealed.
Yeah, I would think Yapsor is probably going to be playing the Shaker,
Yep.
so...
It's still a possibility to flex the Death Prophet on 5. But the thing is, Shaker plus Death Prophet is kinda... You can't get
5
many
seconds
better
remaining.
laners with a Shaker on the offlane. He doesn't do a whole lot in the lane, he just secures it, and that's what Death Prophet needs, so... Because of that, I'm kinda seeing it going that way. But still, very interesting Shaker pickup. We haven't seen too many games.
Yeah, I wonder what they're looking for here, because... Okay, give me the pre-Ags Shard nerf. What was Shaker's kind of claim to fame that made him such a formidable force in the first few weeks of the DPC?
Oh, pre-Ags Shard
Radiant
nerf?
team
Yeah,
pick.
like why he was literally like constantly picked.
Shard was literally broken.
Yeah, so
It
I mean,
was
he's
the
long range
strongest thing.
initiation.
Yeah, it was the most broken thing that I've seen in a while. You
They-
couldn't fight against it.
They just picked up gyrocopters. Where will gyro go if Oracle's?
This looks like a gyro carry
10
then.
seconds remaining.
Is that very common?
It could be
Has it
mid
been
as well,
common?
actually. I've seen it in
5
SCA
seconds remaining.
on the mid lane, and you get a ton of burst damage that you can take down even a Death Prophet if she's mid. So it's possible. Still most likely carry, but you never know. It's OB.NEON. Okay, they're...
Radiant team
I wouldn't
banned.
want to see it on a carry. I'd rather see it mid,
Yes.
actually.
No, I'm enthusiastic about the hero because I do think it serves a lot of the same purposes that all these magic damage early, like Queen of Pain or Puck. It's like a lot of magic damage coming out very early on. Call down,
10
rocket
seconds
barrage,
remaining.
and homing missile can very quickly take down targets and great in team.
5 seconds remaining.
Now your core combination, I guess they could give death to Lashrak. Okay, so I want them to give death to Lashrak, and I want them to pick a physical damage right-click and carry for their last pick.
Team Secret picking Quap means that Quap will likely go middle.
Yeah, most likely.
Most likely.
But it's
Most
secret.
likely.
I know that there's the chance, but the highest odds are that
the highest
Team will
odds-
go middle.
Yeah, the highest odds are that for some reason they're leaving the 5 for the last pick, and that reason is to keep the Death Prophet flexible.
Or it's because they're gonna hit him with the Bane again.
I
Last
hope-
big Bane.
I hope not.
I also hope not.
Yeah, but so Shaker plus that profit on the offlane, Monkey safe, co-op mid. And on the side of OB.NEON, we'll see. There, I have seen CIS teams and EU teams, like teams from that whole region, flex gyro even on offlane.
Dire team
Some
ban.
players really like playing it there.
And-
Not my personal favorite.
I mean, if it is offlane gyro, so I'm kind of thinking that this may be a puppy death prophet. Because I think it's if they send Leshrac in the offlane, I think Death Prophet would abuse
10
Leshrac in the
seconds
offlane.
remaining.
Lion.
Radiant team
I
pick.
feel like Lion may get
They
kind of.
banned
Oh, they
Kotal.
banned the
Yeah, Kotal is probably a much better option.
Yeah,
really.
Coddle Quap is. Puppy played some 5 Tide, but I also think Tide can't really deal with.
Lash and Tusk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what he
10
has in
seconds
store.
remaining.
I don't even dare to make a prediction because he's been playing some.
Yeah, I'm just naming the
5
heroes
seconds
that he
remaining.
played kind of during the DPC.
He's had some wild fives.
He's played Warlock in the DPC as
He
well.
did. We saw Quincy Crew, I think, play Warlock to great success.
Dire
Some
team
other
pick.
teams. Like,
Points away.
let's go. Oh, Pango.
Pango.
Yeah,
So
I
5
mean,
Death Prophet.
it was left in the pool for this whole time, so why not pick the Pango? Most likely on the offlane for Zai, right? And 5 Death Prophet.
Yeah, so it's like Shaker, Pango lane.
10 seconds remaining.
I still don't like carry Gyrocopter. I don't think he
5
can
seconds remaining.
carry.
It can fit OB.NEON's playstyle if they don't go full out on having this conventional gyro that just farms until he gets his Ags and whatnot.
But that's like the only
And
way
then
you can
continues
play
farming.
Gyro if he's the carry, right?
Look, OB.NEON, they're breaking the norms.
Breaking the molds.
Yeah, they're breaking the molds, the norms, and so far they have proven to
The
us that they
glass
can play.
ceilings.
Yeah, they can play different style of Dota.
Sure.
And Gyro is a hero that can play different.
Sure. But that's why I'm down for Gyro mid.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're probably right. I'm assuming it.
I
end up
wouldn't
carrying.
mind it as well. Yopaj Gyro. I like him more on these heroes that can go in and out easily.
Yeah. And plus, I guess the mid lane matchup versus a Quap.
It can be problematic for many heroes.
Yeah, I guess maybe send Lesh mid. Offlane.
That's also an option. Versus the Monkey King, though, what do you pick? You can't go for any of those melee ones.
You got Tusk. They're looking for an offlane for Death Timbersaw.
Nah,
Choose
Bat Rider
your
is
hero.
a very
Oh.
good pick. Yeah, okay.
Well, who's picking what? Don't take
No,
the screen away from me.
Nah, it's gonna
production.
be... It's actually gonna be
Yopaj
Yopaj Bat.
And carry Gyrocopter.
That's not what I expected
And
at all,
offlane
because
Leshrac.
Quap doesn't lose that lane.
Yeah, she can just blink out. Too many napalm stacks. She's all.
And Bat has been nerfed quite a bit. Even before, when Bat Riders were
Hello. Hello. Maybe I should start with some memes or as fast memes. I have nothing prepared, but I like Team Secret. Every single hero they have team fight. Like every single hero has a team fight ability. I don't think they have the real answer for like all of those. It's just like damage output could be a bit tricky for Neon. Owen?
Yeah, I've got to agree. You know, this time around, I think Neon's lineup is it's going to be very difficult to execute. But I feel like there's got to be some belief that if in this state where you're one game away from getting sent home, you pick up the core gyro, you must have something genius strategized around it, because this is a very hard hero to play in the position that Skem's going to be playing it. So we'll see if they've got some magic up their sleeves. Very much. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, game 2 of Secret versus OB.NEON. And let's see what OB.NEON have got in store with us, with a draft that at sort of face value just looks very sort of difficult to play, and definitely going the way of some heroes that just aren't popular right now, especially in the positions that they're going to be showing them. Skem on the safe lane, Gyro. Let's see if he can do it here.
Gyro without any steroids,
Yeah.
no IO, no Aghanim Scepter, no Alacrity, nothing pretty much. So not a big fan of this hero. In a carry position, as a 5, possibly as a mid lane magical, it can work. So Yopaj, they also picked Batrider into Queen of Pain. Like I thought they might switch the lanes up a bit. But Queen of Pain, she's ready. She has a magic stick. You've ever felt threatened by 4 or 5 sticking up palm charges, you just blink away. Zai on the bottom lane so far, being alone. Oh, look at this build on Poppy. Casual, ring of protection, fairy fire, and 2 branches.
All right, we'll have an early bit of tank. Let's have a look. See how much you can get out of this trial and how much pressure this is going to put Skem on the early levels. Do bring play hard upper as well, so OB.NEON matching the numbers that Secret's bringing up top.
That's one of the best, if not the best, tri-laner in the game. Like you use tag team, it's just so much damage coming out. They also did not block the big camp.
He's trapped. Caught in the trees there. Play hard attempting the snowball.
He tried.
He's out, yeah.
And now you're stuck with the snowball level 1. So Team Secret should try to abuse that. They also did not block the big camp, so they can pull that, push the lane, pull it back. They also have Fisher to block people off. Like this top lane should be really, really good for Team Secret.
OB.NEON's got to be ever so careful with their positioning. He's get separated from the rest.
Mid lane, swap.
He's going for it. He's got it.
Fairy.
Or maybe the fairy fire.
It doesn't have even a point in the blink at the moment because he just wants to put some more pressure.
This isn't going to get easier for you anytime soon. There's a Mango coming out. It's given some potential to hit back at Nisha, but as we're seeing already, Nisha just doesn't care about the bat in the laning state at all.
Dire's courier's gone down in flames.
Batrider is so far away from bottle. Just brought some tangos and the mango. Like even if he pops the mango, he still does not have enough to use flame break and the sticking up bomb. It's just too much mana. So Nisha dominating this lane, 11-7 at the moment. Uses another Shadow Strike. Yeah, it's a really hard lane for a Batrider. He needs a region rune. He needs to find the region rune to come back into this game.
Yeah, they've got to come over here at 4 minutes in to help Yopaj out. No doubt about it. From the top lane, see Matsu continue to have the edge in farm. A lot easier for him to pick it up.
Okay, this is how you help him. Januel deeping mid, use a healing salve on him. Like, mid lane's not going well. Problem is, this hero doesn't really farm that fast. He doesn't have that much damage in the lane. You need to use the sticking up palm charges to get the last hits. Nisha gets a deny. We still have a question mark for some reason. I thought it was for April Fools only.
I mean, maybe April Fools is never end. Bottom lane death. A run down Zai. Zai's going to be alright. So far in this bottom lane, course, 2 heroes left to their devices. We've got 20 for 5 against 19 for 2. Getting with a little bit of a lead in the 1v1. Both laners won't be rather happy with the amount of solo that they are finding.
Januel coming mid. These spell of the Shadow Strike. This is the second time he came mid. That's when you know things are not really going well.
Yopaj has finally got the bottle coming out though. Regen on the horizon for him.
Damage has been done. 25-15 on Queen of Pain.
That's right. And this was, of course, this was something that they picked into.
They picked into, yeah. They knew the matchup.
Always ready for a fight.
But no surprises to be had. I mean, maybe they were like, well, I mean, I don't know if they would have thought that there was a potential for like the Quap to be in support Quap and DP to be mid, but I would think not. That's very unlikely. Must have known that Nisha would have been mid on the Queen of Pain.
Nisha has more denies than the enemy carry has CS. That's just brutal.
Something extra.
For the event.
Definitely a rough start here for OB.NEON. Top. Matsui's complete free farm. It's just one of those situations where you do have this Tusk in a tri-lane, but not really able to do too much with that. They can't fight into this aggro tri-lane of Secret.
Rotation to the bottom. Yapster TPs. He gets the proc. Fisher should be enough to get a kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Death. Let's try and set the Fairy Fire.
They need to share the damage from Edict. Okay.
Close, but Zai's able to win out, get the kill and survive. Well, Yopaj is having to turn to the jungle, but Nisha going to be stepping up each time to see if he ever catches Yopaj close to the wave.
Snowball. Oh, what a connect from Zai.
The Rolling Thunder, Zai able to play back in as low as he is. To 0, 2k lead already. This is looking rough for OB.NEON.
It's rough. You also have a carry gyro. You have a Batrider who's not really having a good time on the mid lane. Nisha going in. I'm not gonna commit. He had Arcane in the bottle, did the math. He's like Sonic Waves, not enough to take him down. If it was you, you'd probably just pop it, right? You're like 6 times 3 minus 4 equals a kill on a Batrider. Yeah.
Maybe he accidentally cancels his TP.
Under attack.
Gotta play for the small
Yeah, maybe they
chances.
added something that stops the TP. And I didn't read the patch notes. Top lane.
Oh no, Skem. Running him down, they've got the burst. Sonic is out, Skem's out.
What's the opposite of regicide?
Quick kill for Nisha as he's ready to use this fantastic amount of farm and levels that he's been picked up in that free farm mid.
Yeah, level 7 Arcane Rune TP. So he's gonna have another ulti in 70 seconds. I don't know how Batrider like comes back into the game. They need to make some stacks from there. There are stacks.
Gonna have to set up again, Zai, Yapster and Puppey. They're chasing down Death. There's no help for Death at all. Death will slowly but surely be taken down. We'll be able to bring down Yapster.
Oh, you can get Puppey as well.
See if they can get through. They're actually going to be able to find the 3 of them in return. So they'll take that one. OB.NEON 3 for 1. Absolutely.
Well, not too bad of a trade.
Yeah.
Like that Edict, it's maxed out. A lot of overtime damage. Skem TPs to the bottom lane. They don't have too much damage when there's no Leshrac around, but he will, you know, deal some.
Radiant's
Get a bit
bottom
more of that
tower is
going.
under attack.
Especially if they're able to bring in like, the Oracle in time, keep Lesh alive. And we'll be able to close that gap as Jeff
Invisibility.
be able to grab that rune, Yopaj and play hard.
Oh boy.
All of it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower
Pressure the
has
Lesh is
fallen.
too much for the bottom tower. Okay. Able to take the tier 1 at a very good time here. 8 minutes in. Zai, he's moved up to the top.
He's ready to go.
Looking for an easier kill, looking for John Well.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Thunder
under
in,
attack.
and the follow-up from Matsu and Yapsor. No help for the Oracle. Secret.
Dire's top
Well, lost the
tower
tier
is
1
under
tap on him,
attack.
but they're going to try and push on for the tier 1
Radiant's middle
top.
tower is under
Already making
attack.
moves over to the mid.
Forcing his
Radiant's
lift out of Team
structures are
Secret.
fortified.
But they're not going to have that for a long
Dire's
time.
top tower
Batrider
is under
in the
attack.
jungle trying to recover. They made a couple of stacks for him
Radiant's middle
to work
tower
towards
is
that
under
boost of
attack.
travel. there's a big difference already. 1k
Dire's
gold
top
lead
tower is
for
under
Queen of Pain. Going into Orchid. It was such a good Queen of Pain pick here, because you don't care, they don't have enough lockdown, you don't care about fast rotations, you can blink over the shards, you dominate the lane. Like, they picked
would make a hell of a power
Batrider into Queen of Pain, which is pretty bad, and now like, Queen of Pain can cut into back lines, find Oracle, especially with the Orchid done.
Tower has fallen.
Mid. Not a poke at Death, but Death has got Drawn Well and Play Hard right behind him. Death, in fact, he's just running up to the high ground aggressively. He must get in on the action. Extra TP's coming in from Secret. Goes up pretty far. And he'll be fine. Feeling very confident in the backup of his Oracle. Remove any sort of debuffs that the Secret do throw out at him. It's making space for Scam down bottom, as we'll see Scam with a build, going straight for the Ags.
This one's, it's a great build, of course, but it pays off if you manage to farm it out. Royal Jelly and the chip quest found.
See over in the river. To the high ground with the snowball. Play Hard trying to get in on the front lines of it all, but Nisha and Zai, they're able to turn, and Play Hard will die for this.
Excellent.
They didn't even use the Rolling Thunder. He should also have a really good time on a Pangolier. The only pretty much ability you need to care about is like Flaming Lasso once he gets the Ether Lance. Other than that, you're fine. But it's gonna take time until he gets it, because I see what Batrider has queued up. Blink Dagger after finishing bots into BKB, Force Staff, and then he goes for Lance. Might change things around if Pangolier causes a lot of issues.
See Yopaj on the hump for the Superman Monkey King. And walking into Yapzor and Zyno instead. Now Nisha jumping over at the side. Be able to push back Yopaj with the Sonic Wave. The rest of OB.NEON trying to make their way over here. Yopaj, can he juke his way out of this? He can't. The swoosh finishes him off. Death, see if he can find some trades. Chasing down Yapzor with the Diabolic Edict. They'll get one and return it over to the side. The homing middle. It's done for Death as OB.NEON. They'll take two for the loss of their bat, and again they'll be happy with this. Each time that OB.NEON's able to find the favorable trades and numbers.
Poppy, he stole the bottle.
No, he didn't.
He did. There we go. Oh my god. 650 gold down the drain.
What was he doing there?
I don't know.
Radiant's
Just
middle tower
someone
is
put it.
under
I don't know what was going on. Like, I was not checking the tower. I was like, oh, is there a bottle?
It's just a bottle. All right. Okay, so a little bit of a gold swing there.
Dire's top tower.
Oh, he's keeping it. I want to see like, if he gives it. Because he's also going to, like, Zai's going to TP to refill the stolen bottle.
Oh my goodness, losing the bottle. How long was that on the floor for?
Oh, when you're asking too many questions.
Hey, I mean, because they weren't even near there. They were charging up all onto the triangle of Secret, and then
They were baiting. Like, they were baiting with the bottle.
Baiting with well.
Didn't really pay off.
Free bottle for Puppy. I've never seen that before.
He should probably give it to Earthshaker, you know, because Earthshaker consumes a lot of mana. But
I feel. Well, we'll get to see it. I mean, it's just, but there's no one near it.
Yeah.
Who left the bottle on the floor? What it must have been, right? It must have been like the refill thing.
And
they were coming in, they pass over the bottle. Or they think they passed over the bottle, but they didn't pass it over successfully. They just dragged it onto the ground, and obviously none of them realized because they were making that quick move to try and get over and fight in the triangle.
I like the smile in the Yapzor's face. He's like, yeah, man, Puppy picked up the bottle, and then like realization that he's not gonna get it, that Puppy's gonna keep it for himself.
In that bottle. He really is. Mid lane, Echo Slam drop down, Death. It's going to be saved though. Farmwell comes in with a false promise. Death will live for now. Nisha still seeing if maybe there's an opportunity to dive in on this Zai. Might go in from the side here. Open up with the Rolling Thunder, jump forward. Nisha, two of them with a Sonic Wave, and that's going to be gone.
Tower is under attack.
Drag back with the lasso, and they burst through Nisha in time they can.
You need to be careful. As a Queen of Pain, keep trying to TP out. There's gonna be a TP cancel. Not too bad of a trade, you know. Team Secret, they handled them a couple of the kills.
I mean, yeah, we're seeing this quite a few times in this game. Secret getting aggressive and actually ending up losing more than they're getting out of the trades. Of course, it's all creating space for the Superman pretty much with the Battle Fury complete. Gonna see if they can try and chase down Scam here. Quite the angle for Yapzor to cut him off with a Fisher.
Puppy holding on to that bottle like my precious. He is enjoying the mana regen coming out from it, even though it's empty.
Radiant's middle tower has
Is he trying to give it to him? Because he's been following Yapzor.
No,
Puppy's just trolling.
He's like, hey, Yap, want this bottle? Sucker.
I've been having too good of a time in this game. I forgot to actually, keep an eye on what's happening.
Maybe that's the strat for OB.NEON.
Middle
They're giving the ball
tower
to
is under
Puppy and
attack. Radiant's
trying to make him
bottom
lose
tower is
focus, make it a
under
little too comfortable.
Is always ready.
Matu finishing the Battle Fury, going into Aghanim Scepter. Pretty standard stuff, I would say, these days on a Monkey King. Like, it's super greedy, but it's a ton of damage as well. Gives you a team fight. That on the bottom, standing near the tree with the Edict. He's going to be able to take down this tier 2 tower.
He is. Puppy will manage to get the deny.
Has been denied.
Something to be said there, but still just losing their tier 2s this early. It's going to set up for OB.NEON to start taking over some control of Secret's jungle. That outpost. Keep it close. Skems farms looking good.
Has Aghanim Scepter done.
Yeah.
So that's going to increase his farm once he gets that.
Dyer's middle tower is
This is the first time I see Pango without Orb of Corrosion.
This young top, very nicely set up by Play Hard. Closes the gap. Yo Patch with the pull-up lockdown.
Excellent.
precious bounty.
Second death on Nisha, sort of back-to-back here. Nisha, a few times now getting caught by OB.NEON. Just having that setup, just blink, being on cooldown. It's the opportunity for Play Hard to close the gap, and Yo Patch, he's got enough lockdown.
Yeah, I've said it. No corrosion on Pangolier. I don't think in this patch I've seen anyone play Pangolier without it. It's just too good of an item. Zai wants to get a Blink Dagger to be able to jump the back lines, possibly disrupt any snowball saves or the saves coming out from the Oracle. Dead. Puppy.
Let's get revenge for that ball. He's not happy with Puppy taking that away.
Returns from whence it came.
9-9, 1k lead for OB.NEON. OB.NEON are really fixing it. If you consider how some of the lanes were going for OB.NEON at the start, they fixed that completely.
Yeah, they managed to make a comeback. Queen of Pain, those 2 deaths are really costly. Still don't have a defensive tool. Yapzor, no Blink Dagger yet.
Radiant's top tower is under
Nisha
attack.
playing a lot safer now. Doesn't want to blink it aggressively on that. Yapzor's going to get left behind. OB.NEON. Another kill for them. A Joe Patch, I mean,
He's recovering. He's recovering
really
nicely.
is. I mean, you can see maybe sort of the plan was to pick this sort of hero that, then regardless of what you pick against the Quap, the lane's going to be rough because of the dagger spam. If you can pick a hero that you know that you can catch your game back up using the jungle, making the moves, then it doesn't matter if you have such a rough time in that 1v1. And Yo Patch just showing to pick it up perfectly after having to play that tough match.
He's level 14. Queen of Pain is level 11.
Yeah, he's destroying it. Top lane. Yo Patch again gets the initiation. He's able to set up onto Zai. Will turn onto Death. We put Command down from a 2-man. Sonic wait for Zai. Nisha will be able to catch both Jarnwell and Death as they take down the 2 of them. This time round, Secret back on top of the trades, but maybe the fight's not finished yet. It's already. OB.NEON. They can find more inside of the triangle.
It's still that Monkey is still king of this game. Once he gets that Aghanim Scepter, he's super tanky. He brings them so much team fight with the Wukong's command. The Fat Rider can only use lasso on one person, and Team Secret, they still have a ton of team fight left.
Dyer's top tower is under
They also
attack.
have anti-combo. You have Rolling Thunder. You can bounce people from the Wukong's command with the Sonic Wave. You can disrupt Rolling Thunder with the Fisher. There are so many things that could potentially go wrong.
Yeah, there's going to be people being thrown all over the place. Fights. Workers, not necessarily a benefit all the time to Secret. OB.NEON. They're already making the moves up top. Nisha. Gotta be careful, they do spot him entering this area of the jungle with that ward. Wait, just in time. Precious come in from Death, and he's charging in on them. As he's actually going to be able to get another Nisha. Look at the opening, Nisha just standing far too close as Nisha's gone. And the rest of Secret, they've got to run. Yo Patch chasing down Puppy. Up to the tier 2 tower. As it
They thought Fisher is enough to keep him safe there, but does not manage to get out. Also gets stunned by a Leshrac. Gets bursted down.
I feel like we're seeing this in kind of both the games, even though they did get the win in game 1, where Nisha, it feels like he's just not giving us the level that we're expecting from him. Having a bit of a rough one.
Yeah, usually Nisha is the one who's in control, making all the movements around the map. They will have 2 Blink Daggers, one down on Pangolier right now, one down on Earthshaker. He also found the Fillet, so it's going to help out getting that Blink Dagger. No Echo for 30 seconds, but should be up online for the next fight. They're making so many stacks on side of OB.NEON.
Yeah, they're getting so much farm on their heroes. I mean, Yopaj and Scam, BKB on Scam. Once the BKB's done on Yopaj, they're just able to get in on this. And Secret aren't going to be able to do much until to hold them up. There's going to be a bit of time before Matu's built up the sort of physical damage that's going to threaten these heroes through the BKB. As until that point, Scam and Yopaj, they're just going to be able to charge down some of these squishy heroes. Nisha, he's got to be so careful every single fight. One stun, and he's going to get taken down each time.
He got slowed down so much. Like, it was a good timing on Orchid. He was dumpstering the laning stage, and now he's so far away from a BKB. He needs that BKB. They still have like 2 abilities that go through Magic Immunity that can stun him, you know, Walrus Punch and the Lasso. There's also Edict on top of that for some extra damage. So they need to be careful. 4K gold lead for OB.NEON, down to 3. So that means it's 3.
Oh, at this rate, they'll soon be back up to 4, and there, yeah, it's getting more and more. In these moments of the game, Secret, they're just not farming at the same pace that OB.NEON is. Mid lane.
This Lashrak feels super tanky. A lot of synergy with the Guardian Greaves and Oracle ulti. Puppey drops the ult.
They're going to try going on this side. Actually not able to catch Death with the Rolling Thunder. They do lay down the power strike. Death getting burst, so they'll be able to take out the Lash on the front line. Now the turn over towards the Oracle. Snowball coming in towards Giant. The Wukong's commander play out steps out. Yamto in with the end of them on the 2 of them. Gets the jump on the tusk on the Giant, but BKB's out. Skep can just stand his ground and he's ready to fight back. The BKB, they've got to run. Matches go for the TPR. Will make it away, but it's 3 dead on Secret.
Almost 4 dead. Like, that was a clutch Rolling Thunder from Zai, controlling Jonuel in the backline, so he can't use his ulti on the Lashrak, but then they're like, yeah, we don't need that. You know, we're gonna just use it on someone else who gets caught right after. It's just so much damage. Looks like a good Echo Slam, but they were already at like half HP, needed to pull back. But man, this time around on Monkey King, like, he does not want to mess around. He understands like that there's so much magical damage coming out from their heroes. I need that BKB.
Yeah, this Gyro is just too strong right now in these fights. They've got to run every time that Scam fights. See here, yeah, Secret started to really try and push on. Looks to be a solid start, taking out the session. Yamto getting that jump, but the false promise is there. Scam wants the BKB, and at that point, Secret, they've already thrown out everything that they had to attack. They have to run. Matu, very lucky to get away with his life, as he nearly gets taken down as well by Scam. Now, off the back of that fight, they're moving into the pit. Secret, they're not going to be able to make the jump in time.
No, just too much damage. They have a tag team. Just cutting things out. He doesn't even have Lasso.
Is under attack.
Knows the Puppey split from the team. Puppey trying to hide in the trees, but Yopaj, he's hunting. And he's found him. As Puppey, there'll be no escape for him. As OB.NEON close across, and they'll take him down. Puppey getting the Roche and an Aegis here for Scam. And another kill. 6k lead now for OB.NEON, as Secret just continue to fall further and further behind.
Lashrak is becoming so tanky. Guardian Greaves going into Eternal Shroud. It's like he's not playing Lashrak. You know what I mean? It's just like these items feel good still on the hero, and they need him this time around to be a bit more tanky. But it's more of a like, I'm gonna be Underlord.
I mean, it's showing one of the excellent strengths of OB.NEON that heroes like this Lash, they can pretty much put it in any 3 of their positions. You never quite know where it's going to go or how it's going to be played. Top lane. Zai getting caught. They're just catching them each and every time. Over towards the mid. Nisha's got to run. Nisha's going to come in on top. Death's going to have another round of Diabolic Edict in a minute.
Well, maybe it's time for Puppey to start thinking about returning that bottle. Like, it's cursed. Like, like after he picked it up, everything went downhill for Team Secret.
I mean, we don't know what's in the bottle, you know. Maybe it's a little too strong. Yeah, they're losing it a little bit here, Secret. OB.NEON having a great time as they're taking these tier 2s. A bottle of poison, perhaps, he's been drinking from. Bottom lane, Matu. Left back, he's trying to push it. It's easy kills. Yopaj, he's just got the number every time. You can't show on lanes against this Batrider.
He has boots of travel. They still have a tier 1 tower. Like, Batrider is a really good hero against the Monkey King. Secret keeping, play hard. He's just playing south.
And it's just, you know, this sort of game, it just really shows how strong of a player someone like Yopaj is. He doesn't care about the matchup. He'll just pick his bat. Doesn't matter what it's against. Oh, that's nice. He doesn't care. The lane's tough. He brings it back. And now at this point, just having so much more impact than Niche is able to do with the Queen of Pain.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
They're taking the Rex. 24 minutes in. OB.NEON up to the high ground. What if Secret got to stop them?
And they're just taking the barracks. 9k gold lead, they have Aegis, SNY done on Gyrocopter. They could just go in on a mid lane, connect with the creeps.
Phenomenal stuff here from OB.NEON. 18 to 13, 11k lead, a set of racks. What can Secret do? They've nearly got the BKB on Matumba Man, but even now at that point, he may be able to live with the BKB, but the question is whether the damage is going to be enough to actually bring down OB.NEON's heroes.
They still have that Aegis for another minute and 50 seconds. They should try to go and threaten the second tier 3 tower, possibly barracks as well.
Smoke up from OB.NEON. Ready to try and catch Secret by surprise if Secret do try and make a jump outside of the base. Gem heads in, ready to bait the action with that Aegis. See what Secret can do. They weren't able to pull off anything in the top lane in terms of a defense. See if anything's going to be different this time around the mid. Tier 3 down, pulling Yopaj, he's in. He's in the jump. Straight away on Matumba, dragging it back in the rest of the team. Matumba, he's going to get taken down. Down for a minute, no buyback. Matumba gone. Zai as well. Nisha, he's got to blink out. It's 2 cores.
This might be it.
I think it might be.
They don't have a Sonic Wave. Everyone's pretty much full HP, full mana. Gyro, he wants to die. Like, he's like, I don't care. Give it there. You know, I still have 40 seconds left on that Aegis.
There's just nothing that Secret can do. As OB.NEON
middle barracks have
having
fallen.
a phenomenal mid-game moment. They're tapping out. It's too much for Secret. As game 2 is going to go the way of OB.NEON. And you have to give them the way that they did this. They come in with players in positions, heroes in positions that you don't expect, or at least you do not expect to be strong. And this Gyro, and the mid-bat picked into Quap. You know,
they managed to make a comeback with all these stacks, and I think the most important part of this game was Death giving the bottle away. Like, this is some, you know, Trojan horse type of stuff. What's inside? He packed his nickname inside. There was a Death inside for Team Secret. Just, you know, I might be trolling, but since they picked it up, everything really just fell apart.
I mean, to the point where in game 3, I think if there's a ball on the ground, Puppy's not touching it.
No. He's like, no, I'm good, bro.
A little too much. I mean, OB.NEON, I mean, what is showing here in this game 2? I mean, this has really spiced up the series now. It's 1-1 between the two of them. And I think Secret's going to be a little bit shaken up after that second game, as OB.NEON just completely stomped them from the mid-game onwards. It's 1-1 now between OB.NEON and Secret.
Thank you very much, OD, Pixel, and Lacoste.
Even know how to actually explain it, because you saw that Queen of Pain plus Pango diving behind the tier 1s early on. Every time they get the kill, Queen of Pain dies.
Yeah.
It's not how Queen of Pain is supposed to be played, and
It's
I'm
not how
sure
Nisha plays.
it's not how Nisha plays, and I'm certain that they know that, because Queen of Pain is a hero that if you die like that every single time you're going for a kill, you fall off so quickly. Batrider isn't the same.
definitely look very, very, very focused.
And
Yeah.
Matu is just
Vibing.
Yeah, he's vibing. He's in his own little world right there. But man, after that second game, they can't be satisfied. They had a decent draft. The way they played, however, was not up to their standards. Let's put it that way.
And there was nothing like cheesy that Neon did. It was a very, very normal game of Dota.
Normal game of Dota. Maybe the bottle was the plan.
If anything, that should have helped Secret, though.
That was like
They gave them a bottle advantage.
right. That's like false confidence, right?
Exactly.
They have the bottle. They're up 650 gold.
And I mean, it's a major. We haven't seen too many ways of getting into the psyche of players.
I'm
You know,
telling you.
messing people up,
Yeah.
like tipping and voice lines, chat lines. We have seen,
Sprays.
we have seen all of this before. But giving a bottle, that's next level. That's only in SCA. Only in SCA. You give a
OG's
bottle.
taking notes. They're like, "Oh no, you're cool. You're cool. Just losing some gold, right? It's for the greater good."
It's just some gold. 650. Nah, not a big deal.
OB.NEON representing Southeast Asia, about to fight Europe for elimination.
Yep,
Both of these
both these
teams,
regions.
both these regions are on the brink of elimination. And OB.NEON is definitely considered an underdog to Team Secret. The One Esports Fantasy Pick'ems originally at the start of the day had 26% for OB.NEON, and they've managed to take a very convincing game off of Team Secret.
After the second game, I can just assume that those numbers would be a little bit higher. But yeah, Neon, in these two games, they didn't step a centimeter away from what they usually do. They play completely in their comfort zone, in their play style. Secret in the first game tried to counter that and ban out some heroes. But Neon, and they managed to, but Neon adjusted so well in the second game by picking the Tusk early on.
Yeah, so what were the differences? So they picked the Tusk early on. So all those second phase bans on the Brawler 4 positions didn't happen. I'm not really still sold on Gyrocopter, but they made it look really good. So that was impressive to me. What else?
One thing that I mentioned earlier as well that we all noticed is that Neon does well versus Monkey Cores. Like when Monkey King is played as a position 1 versus them, they do well generally. And
why is that?
Games look easy. I'm not sure, but the playstyle that they have just doesn't suit a Monkey as position 1. That's how it feels, at least.
You mean Secret's playstyle?
Not Secret's playstyle. Like any team's playstyle when Monkey King is the position 1. At least that's how it feels for me.
Wait, no, explain that again?
Neon's playstyle?
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
against
okay.
Monkey King.
I see, yeah. I got you. I think that's a product of how many group stage games they played. Because China was all about one position Monkey King. I think Neon got enough practice against it.
And they saw it played so many times. It's just
I think that, I guess the Leshrac also. I think you may need to consider taking Leshrac out of Neon's hands.
you're banning out what? Nature's Prophet plus Io? You have the first pick, I mean.
Right.
So I'm not sure you have
You
the
think Nature's
opportunity.
Prophet is that high priority?
I think Nature's Prophet takes priority over Lesh.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe they'll give it a try, give it a go. They did manage to win versus Lesh in the first game.
Why would Nature's Prophet be a higher priority than Leshrac, who has just been proven to be very strong in the hands of OB.NEON?
We have seen the same thing, right? Lash has definitely proven to be a strong hero in their hands, but same goes with the Nature's Prophet, even more so. And it's even more so flexible. You can play it on any position. On 1 and 3 is usually what they go for, and Scam just out-carries everyone with it.
Yeah, but that's why I feel like the Leshrac would be a higher priority, though, because they also flex that. And Nature's Prophet, I think, has a little bit less flex in Neon's hands.
Yeah.
And there are answers to Prophet. We saw Liquid try Sven. I'm sure Nisha would be more than happy to play Mars versus the Nature's Prophet.
The key word that you just said there is we've seen them try. It's just that Nature's Prophet activates the full potential of this team because they like to be aggressive, they like to be chaotic, on your side of the map all the time, early engagements, and Nature's Prophet is the hero that loses the least when he joins those fights, because at 1 second he's farming, in the next he's actually joining the fight.
For
We
sure.
just saw one of those bans go out. It looked like it was on Alchemist.
First phase.
Yeah.
First phase ban on
I'm
Alchemist.
intrigued.
We've seen what's Virtus Pro win with an Alchemist one. I believe Secret as well won with
Yeah,
it.
but it has like a pretty low win rate this
Yeah.
tournament. But I don't know playoff win rate versus overall win rate. But yeah,
Also, off-lane win rate versus safe lane win rate.
it's actually the same. I thought that it would be one lopsided, but no matter what role Alchemist in,
Dire team ban.
Up Enchant. It's been banned every single game since the first.
yeah.
Is that first pick material?
Unless this is like a game 3 strat, then Neon's like, we actually knew how to play against Enchantress the entire time.
Radiant team
We just wanted you to make me think that we
They
didn't
pick
know.
some Mirana or Doom and just
Yeah.
eat the creeps. Let's see, that Prophet is still in the pool. If you're OB.NEON, you can still go for some Brawler, but you can leave it for the second pick, because Secret can't pick both, right? So picking that Prophet probably better.
Dire
Yeah,
team
or,
pick.
yeah,
Or Nature's
Tusk.
Prophet.
Oh yeah, or Prophet.
Oh, they go
Tusk.
with the Brawler instead. I mean, I don't mind it. I just feel like, it's fine. It's not like Team Secret is going to go Nature's Prophet, that Prophet.
Maybe they're worried about getting all of those bans on the brawlers out again,
Yeah.
having to deal with that.
No, I like their Tusk
10
first
seconds
pick
remaining.
last game.
No, I mean, they have 2 picks here. And,
Right.
they
There's a pool of 4
seconds
heroes that you
remaining.
gotta
so
basically choose through.
it's fine. It's still alright. I think so far we've seen that Prophet suffer a little bit into the Tusk if a Wind Ranger is paired with Tusk.
Radiant team pick.
So maybe Team Secret, never mind. They still go.
Instant Nature's Prophet
I
response.
speak for the
For
team.
sure.
Dire team pick.
This is so predictable coming from these two teams. Maybe from Team Secret now it's a bit less, but
yeah.
Spirit Spirit probably. It's probable, but not 100%.
Well, they can go for the Enchantress.
10 seconds
Orange.
remaining.
What makes you so confident that they'll pick?
No, I'm not confident when it comes
5
to Secret.
seconds
I'm
remaining.
just thinking Enchantress or Earth Spirit sounds decent enough for them. It's their comfort zone. For
Radiant
OB.NEON,
team
these 2
ban.
picks, I was like 70-80%. Okay, Troll. Makes a lot of sense.
Frequently played as a, also available as a. It's likely that that won't happen.
There's
If it was Neon picking the troll, I would
Yeah.
say maybe.
I feel like Neon is
10
doing it for
seconds
the
remaining.
memes at this point, because
It worked though.
It worked once.
Memes can
yeah.
work.
In
5
the league,
seconds
it worked
remaining.
once because it was countered
Dire
hard,
team
like he was
ban.
playing into a Razor, which will be banned by Team Secret now. But the last time they lost with it. The reasoning behind the Team Secret's troll is Nature's Prophet and Tusk. Laning versus Tusk with tag team is so much easier when he misses 70-80% of
10
the
seconds
time.
remaining.
And same goes for Nature's Prophet. The treants don't really bother you
5
that
seconds
much.
remaining.
Yeah,
Radiant
late
team
game.
ban.
Troll Warlord's gonna have a Battle Fury pretty much the entire time, so he can cut his way out of the
Mhm.
Sprout.
OB.NEON most likely now with the Oracle ban, Team Secret with the Razor ban, like we said
Yeah.
earlier.
Gotta make sure you can keep the troll under control. I really hope they ban Oracle.
Yeah, it's good with Troll, good with that Prophet, but
10
we have seen
seconds remaining.
teams let it go through. We have seen teams play against that Prophet and
5
Troll.
seconds
and
remaining.
we have seen teams even pick Troll and that Prophet and not pick Oracle. So it's basically team preference.
Strategies.
Dire team ban.
They haven't really, based off of the stats, see a lot of troll from teams. I know that earlier, Blizzard, you mentioned that troll is very, very popular. Is
Yeah.
this like an adaptation of another region's meta, or is
No,
this
not necessarily. This is the major meta. And this
The
10
is
seconds
yeah,
remaining.
and this is Team Secret pretty much responding to what OB.NEON has got. Like this
5
Prophet
seconds remaining.
and Tusk can suffer a bit
Radiant
versus
team
Troll.
ban.
We have seen the Winter Wyvern though. Remember?
Oh yeah. Wonder if that's in Neon's wheelhouse, 'cause that was a great solution.
John Well, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
GD's Wyvern basically like ruled Troll out. Troll was like
Dire
uncontested,
team
like
ban.
not even picked or
Yeah.
banned after that first game.
That's an Oracle. Yeah, I
But,
see you trying to.
Hey man, my eyes aren't as good as they used to be.
The screen is a little bit far away.
I was actually looking on the right side
Yeah.
to see if that was Leshrock's ban.
Yeah.
And that is a ban in response to OB.NEON.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm seeing.
5 seconds remaining.
Conscious about.
We're
kidding.
Why aren't you wearing your
all that
glasses
way.
today,
I'm
Sumi?
wearing contact.
Yeah, so am I. We all play too many videos when we were young. We all need corrective lenses.
What is the last?
My eyes
ban?
are garbage. I just saw draft so many times that I kind of see the hero and I'm like, okay, that's it.
I remember
That's the silhouette that I remember.
Yeah.
on the first day, I was like, "How are you guys able to see this?" And then you're like, "We memorized what the eyes look like, even
Yeah.
with the big red
Yeah,
flash."
No,
through it."
that's honestly what I use. The eyes are usually like a different color than the rest of the hero, and so like I can see like a faint blue wall like on Leshrac, and then well for him I actually don't use the eyes. Like for Razor I see like a little dark spot at the bottom, and I'm like, oh, that's got to be Razor. For Leshrac I see like a pink thing at the back, and I'm like, oh, that's got to be Lesh.
Dire team
For
pick.
Mars I see the giant beard. And that's my boy.
Secret with some respect bans right here versus our SCA phenomenal prodigy team OB.NEON
That's what I'm talking about.
with the Batrider ban. Maybe they'll, yeah.
So with these bans coming out,
10
who do you think
seconds
Secret
remaining.
and OB.NEON will be?
Radiant team pick.
Neon wants someone to deal with Troll. I like the Clockwork was one of the answers that LGD also had. It was Wyvern and Clock, I think. And as for Secret, they picked Coddle now.
Yeah, this is giving away that that Prophet will not be the 5.
10 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
It's still possible, but not probable.
Nah.
We will have that
5
Prophet on
seconds
5.
remaining.
A no stun support duo.
And that Prophet on mid lane or off lane. And
Dire
Prophet 5
team pick.
the troll. There you go.
What's
This
the
is
yes for?
Well, I really enjoy seeing Spiritbreaker support. It fits Neon's playstyle, and with a Prophet, there is so much global gank potential.
Sumi, do you remember the Davai?
Yes, I
You
remember.
remember the
10 seconds
Rambulan?
remaining.
This is the
remember.
ultimate Rambulan
Rambulan.
and Davai
5 seconds remaining.
clashing right here because you have heroes that are all in and they're actually able to go all in. You have support from your carry when you just charge in like a madman on that Spirit Breaker. It looks great. I'm liking this from OB.NEON. Completely their playstyle, yeah.
Those of you at home who aren't able to see, Lizard was he was like giving himself fist bumps, pushing his fists together while saying "Davai."
Yeah. That is it, my friend. The slave spirit lives on.
Yeah, exactly. They have been eliminated, but SCA, SA, all these.
I mean, if you NA guys can adopt SA,
Sure, yeah, you can take SCA.
we can take SCA, yeah.
I think that's in the global spirit of Defense of the Apes.
Defense of the Armageddon.
Defense of the Armageddon.
So tell me about
Defense
what two roles are left for Secret as they're currently.
I think they just don't like Nisha on
Brilliant
Death
team
Prophet, or
pick.
Nisha doesn't like playing Death Prophet, so I think they're going to be
Earth
looking
spirits.
for a mid and a 4 position, and they get Yapsor, his Earth Spirit.
I think the chat was probably spamming this Osfrog Earth Spirit pretty
Radiant
much
team
in
ban.
one of the Yapsors
Windranger
at the
at your
moment
service.
strongest heroes. Oh,
They
I
get
love this.
Tusk, Windranger
I love this so
also,
much.
dude.
Oh my God.
Okay, so one thing in SCA, Windranger isn't that popular. In SA, we have seen many Windrangers. In SCA, not so many. But
10
Well,
seconds
I'll
remaining.
tell you, we
Mhm.
played
Dire
Dota. We
team
played 2
ban.
matches of
We
Dota
did?
yesterday, and both of them had Windranger, and that was on SEA server.
Had some rough games yesterday. Let me tell you, it was the orange form Arcana Windranger. Whenever that comes out, you're like, oh god, stuff into it. Although PYW lost with it yesterday, so maybe it's not all it's cracked up to
it's
be.
not gonna be 4 though.
10
It's not gonna be
seconds
four, yeah, I know
remaining.
If you look at OB.NEON, they're all already banning bad matchups. Like
5
Queen of Pain
seconds
is
remaining.
probably one of the worst
Radiant
for
team
Windrangers on the
ban.
mid lane, so they banned that out.
So what is the last role that both of these
OB.NEON offlane, Team
Dire
Secret,
team ban.
also offlane. Actually, no,
I
mid.
think they're looking for a niche
Yeah,
hero.
because Nisha does not play that Prophet
It
seemingly.
seems
so at least.
like, yeah. And I also don't think that the mid lane matchup would be that great for Death Prophet. I think a Windranger would do quite well against that. Just win
10
run out of the
seconds
Spirit
remaining.
Siphon.
With the Tusk help, 100%.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
So Mid lane matchup. How's Invoker? We haven't seen any Nisha Invoker at all this tournament.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. It's very difficult
Radiant team
to
pick.
play it, however. You're playing into
A lot of global
the Nature's Prophet, the
Spirit
charge,
Breaker,
the
yeah.
Dusk.
Dire team.
But anything you pick on mid lane will be difficult for
Oh,
teams.
yo,
Pugna?
Neon.
Has Pugna been played in this tournament at all?
I don't think so. And I was actually hoping to see more of this hero. I just
It's an
oh, that's
amazing.
what, you went the f, and I was like, oh no, sue me, not yet. You can't say that.
10
don't have-
seconds remaining.
The first.
It's an amazing
5
Pugna
seconds
game.
remaining.
OB.NEON are always able to pick up squishy cores on position 1 and 3.
There's no reserve time for a secret.
Because they have these brawler types. Tusk and Pugna versus the Troll. I'm loving this.
Choose your hero.
Go with the Lycan. Okay? Something to deal with the Purge. Something that can...
Wait, you mean something to purge off Windrun?
Yeah. Something to purge off Windrun and something to deal with the Crap 5 from that, right? Like
Okay, yeah.
if he saves himself, if he tries to run away that way. I think they're copying Fate Beyond a little bit here on the side of Secret.
Mhm.
I don't mind this at all. But
Free stuff for you, Team Secret. They'll gladly take it. They took it. They got poisoned. I don't think Puppy will get nowhere near bot this game.
Any dropped items, he's
if
running
Nisha's
from.
lane is not going well, you know, Nisha's like, bro, you gotta help me out. You need to refill my bottle. Puppy's like, nah, good. I'm nah, bro. I'm good. I'm
Prepare
good.
to battle.
Oh boy.
I think after what we saw in Game 2, if OB.NEON's able to pull it off with some of the more unorthodox heroes in positions that you just don't expect to be good, I think that if they're doing it in Game 2 with that, I think they're going to do it in Game 3 with anything, personally. Starting Game 3. And, I mean, Lacoste, what are you excited to see from both of the squads here? What's going to be hot?
What's gonna be hot? Pugna, possibly. I just have to check. I think this is the first Pugna of the tournament. I don't
think it might
remember
be.
seeing it. Let me just do my research real quick.
On the Pugna is a great game for it.
Yeah, this is
against
the
the Troll.
first Pugna game.
Yep. A little surprising,
battle
honestly, with the amount of trolls that we've seen, because it really is that much annoying of a hero when the troll's trying to get in with the battle charge. Repify can really mess you up.
It's good, but you will have that Necro 3. You will have way to deal with it. Good thing is they have like this Tusk, they have a Spirit Breaker. These are two tanky frontliners that can cause a lot of issues. Like these other three heroes are rather squishy. You know, Nature's Prophet, Wind Ranger, and Pugna until they get their items. So having like these two bulky boys in front is gonna help out quite a lot.
Let's have a look at see how much Zai is able to get out of it.
Radiant's courier
And
was
Wind
caught
Ranger.
in the
Now,
crossfire.
bit of a hero that we're seeing all over the place. Yopaj, though, his mid performances have been insane. Could see some big stuff out from the Yopaj win.
Oh, for sure. Like previous game, he lost his laning stage real hard because of the matchup, but he managed to make one of the greatest comebacks in the mid lane, I think, throughout this tournament. Like,
without
he's
doubt.
just been amazing.
You just, evidently, you just can't shut this man down. Always be able to bring things back, and despite how rough it can get. Definitely some pressure onto Nisha to see if he's able to really have a bit more of an impact. So last game as well, just very much struggling. Bottom lane, they'll turn onto Yapzor. The tag team, good damage, but Puppy block him off.
Tusk is strong in the tri-lane because of the tag team, of course. Not too much synergy with the Decrepify, so they need to be careful about this one. Nature's Prophet on the top lane, Scam. Like, having this situation 1 versus 1 where you get level 6 faster, you could potentially just get a triple kill on the bottom lane with that level 6.
Those early movements can be incredibly deadly. You see us on the top lane. I mean, Skem's playing it perfectly in the 1v1. This is gonna get any easier for Zai. Bottom lane, trying to make moves on to play hard with the blast of the Illuminate. Got the damage. First blood goes the way of Secret. Quite anything that could be done there. Death tried his best with the Crepify, but it's already too late now. That's got to be careful. Big blast coming in with the Illuminator's death. He's holding on to a Sal. A lot of aggression here from Secret's tri-lane in the first level.
Yeah, these are some big blasts coming out from Puppey, connecting on multiple heroes. They have like 2 slows. They have also a stun, so they can set things up. Even though they're playing against like Tusk, who is really strong in a tri-lane, I feel like Team Secret's tri-lane is stronger. They're doing a good job just blocking the big camp, body blocking it, so they cannot pull. And you can see Play Hard gonna do that one again.
Let us fight!
Having a look at these other 2 lanes, you see OB.NEON having the edge. Yopaj
Pull roots and run!
looking for 6 against the 13 for Frost, slightly there, but this top lane, I mean, it's getting to the point where Zai, he can barely even lane here. I mean, he's getting nothing out of this. 17 and 11 against the 7 and 4. That's a huge outplay from Skem.
Come and fight!
You have a bit more damage from those Treants rather than the Wolves.
Dire's
Wolves
top
have
tower is
much
under
less
attack.
HP than the Treants, and then you can just focus them down.
Skem even able to farm some of the walls, and with the creep wave pressuring under the tower, we'll see if Dronwell wants to follow up on this, as he is coming in with the charge onto
Dire's
Zai.
courier's
They'll
gone
even be
down
able
in
to take down
flames.
Zai's courier, so now Zai's in a whole lot of trouble. He's going to get dove upon by the 2 of them. TP's have to come in. Yapzor, he'll head over to make sure that they don't get the kill on Zai. Zai's now going to be out without regen here for a minute. Does have the Feral Impulse to rely on, but any bit of beating that Skem's able to get in onto him, it's definitely going to last.
Doesn't have any regen, but as you said, Feral Impulse plus sitting near the tower has 9 HP per second regeneration, which is gonna be enough. Januel playing a bit aggressive as a Spirit Breaker. They have this global lineup that they can set things up. You know, you show one hero, Nature Prop with the TP, Spirit Breaker charge. There's so much kill potential coming out, especially as they start to get levels. Nature's Prophet, level 5.5. Once he gets that level 6, the global Laguna Blade, as I like to call it, could potentially threaten the kill on the side lanes.
For sure. Especially with the amp up of death with the Crepify. Heroes are going to take huge amounts of magical burst as those moves come into play. Five-minute runes to come in. Play hard to able to grab these before Puppey can make it over. So should be able to at least get the one in the river. Maybe not actually. Puppey steps in. Play hard will still be able to pick it up in time. To go for the TP out, but Nisha waiting on the high ground, has the extra bit of damage to throw out. Hit the kills. Pick up there for Nisha.
Dire's
Top lane,
middle tower
Skem
is
trying to get
under
aggressive. The
attack.
Yapzor is able to lay down the slow onto Dronwell. Puppey coming in with the TP.
Nice body block by Januel. He blocked that Rolling Thunder to stop him from TPing. And he can come back to the lane. He was also saving a point in case, like, do I need a Sprout? Do I need a TP? And mid lane.
I mean, you just can't sort of keep your eyes off the moves that are being made. With that focus up top, Yopaj knows that there's no real way that Secret can protect Nisha if he just goes in on him. And with the DD and the level 6,
With me!
gets Nisha pinned to a tree with a shackle shot and takes him out in the 1v1.
Radiant structures
That was pre-Javelin kill because he had a double damage. There's no double damage, he does not get a kill. But Yopaj, like, he's been amazing. Like, definitely the standout player in the tournament.
A power room for him. Oh no, not to be the case. Puppey will manage to take that haste ring out of the hands of Yopaj. Kills like that, Yopaj is going to be on track to hit a very early first start timing, and almost certainly going to be that Javelin. Then that mid lane becomes a very dangerous place for Nisha. Not that it hadn't already, of course, him losing his life. Absolute solo kill potential for Yopaj in the matchup.
That seems like he wants to just get the same item build, pretty much. He wants to tank it up. He values Guardian Greaves highly against the Team Secret, where, like, you need to bring some extra HP. You need to have a bit of tankiness for the rest of your team. Now they're starting to put some pressure on the top lane. Zai has Shapeshift available, but no book. He needs 50 gold.
Is under attack. The Dire have
Dive in from here.
reinforced their
TP backups
structures.
coming in.
Team Secret popped the glyph just to stop Street Break from dying from
Already,
Nature.
Drama just TP's out straight away.
Dire's
Doesn't want to be a
middle
part
tower
of
is
this.
under
They
attack.
shouldn't lose play hard. But everybody else of Neon able to escape safely. Secret did bring 4 heroes up there to go for that play. Also committing the exorcism.
I don't
At
think
the end of the
so.
day, they just get a support kill out.
Couple of stacks for Team Secret in the jungle, so Nisha can still farm that with an exorcism. Meanwhile, Poppy will be the one defending the tower. Javelin done on Yopaj. Going into Boots of Travel, BKB.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, we've seen one Boots of Travel, I believe, on Windranger. It was Zai.
It was on the
They
outside.
lost that game. It was really hard. They played against
Radiant's top tower
Lycan.
is under attack.
That game, Zai might have gone for it before the Javelin run, so it was a bit of an awkward build. Zai, of course, didn't work out for him in that game. Top lane, talking about Zai, they're closing in on him. He's got the ult off.
Too speedy.
Oh, Snubble actually does still end up catching him, but they've got nothing else to throw down on him, so Zai is fine. And the ult's having to be used defensively to get him out of there.
Yeah, you do not want to have that 2 minutes without shapeshift, but you can still farm the jungle. If you're farming the jungle, that Prophet needs to be in the lane. Like, you can't just have all these heroes in the jungle. Cole, Phase Boots going into Battle Fury, pretty standard stuff these days. People try to go off.
There you go, Patch. You get the set. Montanisha, Puppy's coming in. He can't do anything to stop this from happening, though.
Dire's top
Good
tower
timing.
is
Yo
under
Patch has just been able to find that shackle, set up for the kill on Tanisha.
It's such a strong combo. Tag team plus
Dire's
focus
top
fire.
tower.
For Nisha to finish off the kill. Playhard not quite able to walk away. Juan well starting to pick up some levels on the bottom lane. Death's moved over to the mid. You'd expect, you know, with the Javelin, Yo Patch ready to start to really hunt down for these kills. I mean, already we've seen him being able to deal with Nisha. The Shackle and focus fire with the Javelin, he'll be able to take out some of these supports very easily. On the hunt for Scam top. Straight away with the TP, but of course with Yapso around, no chance of an escape.
You turn against the
Good
one
rotation.
you should
Like, they
revere.
used Exorcism twice, didn't get any tower, didn't get any tower damage. Mid-tier 1 tower still full
Look at this, they know that
HP.
Matuma's alone. Oh, he's ready. Yeah, he's only got Puppy by his side. Shackle holds back Matuma man. Won't actually be able to get up to Puppy though. They do push them back around these rune spawns. Five to 2 at the moment. Secret with the slight lead overall.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just the feeling that once again, Yopaj very much in his element. Few hundred gold away from the bots, and then no lane's going to be really safe for Secret. Yopaj goes out to Matumba man.
Dire locked down their structures.
He's finding such massive kills already. Just the 3 kills, all on the course. You know, taking down Nisha twice, taking down Matumba. I mean, he is putting the work in here, Yopaj.
And he's all over the place. He's chasing the mid now, does not have a focus fire. I don't think they can get this kill without focus fire.
He's got the siphon going, Nisha. Pretty tanky with that sustain. They're going to still try for this. This player coming in, forcing out some TP reactions. Still getting a nice dodge of the roll there from Playhard, but they're still full. Secret bringing the 4 of them.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They need more damage. Like, they need it,
tower is under
like, Tusk
attack.
to be there immediately, or they need a focus fire. If Nisha gets the Spirit
Radiant's
Siphons
top
off,
tower is
like, you're not
under
going to get that
attack.
kill.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Yopaj
Dire's
adjusting his
bottom
item build, you know,
tower is
he
under
lost the
attack.
Javelin, bought
Yeah.
the Mithril Hammer. He's thinking, maybe, you know, maybe I turn this into Maelstrom, maybe I need a BKB, he'll see how the game develops. Nisha tipping Yopaj.
Very sensible build-up from Yopaj, as you say, giving him those options. I mean, which way do you think he's going to be swayed? I mean, there is a few silences in play between Yapsa and Nisha. Do you think that is enough for him to not upgrade the Maelstrom and just go for the BKB?
Getting an earlier BKB like this, I don't think you want it as a core. Like, this is pretty much the first item BKB. So you will have a 5-second BKB 25 minutes in, which is something that you do not want to have. And they also still have a ton of like physical damage coming out. Yeah, you have a Wind Run, but
Radiant's
We'll
bottom
see.
tower is under attack. Radiant structures
Of
are
course, being scouted out by the movements of Zai's walls.
They will get a lot of value from the Cripify before Necro 3. Necro 3 is done actually.
Because Patch continues to farm away over towards the mid, play hard. Will get found by Zai and the summons. Get for sure there. Now Secret, with that movement, they can start putting some pressure onto the mid tower.
We've seen different builds.
Radiant's middle tower is
Like
under
after they get Necro 3. Exo.
Charge coming in down bottom, they're looking for Scam. Trees they go, Yapso hunts him down, straight in on top of the Nature's Prophet. The Scam will fall.
They have so much stuff, like so much chaos in the front lines. You have Exorcism, you have the Necro units, you have Wolves. Like once Earthwraith rolls in, drops down, that's magnetized.
Got to back up with the magnetize being kept upon him by Yapso. Yapso continuing to chase. They'll find him in the trees, they'll bring down Scam. And now with the battle trance, Matu is chasing down Playhard.
He doesn't have anything. No snowball, no ice shard. Should be a kill.
And that was a very aggressive move there from OB.NEON, trying to capitalize on the charge from Triumph, but it ends up hurting them big time.
So much tower damage coming out from Secret. They have Necro units, Exorcism, Troll just hitting the towers. Good timing on the Battle Fury from the Troll. With the next Exo, they could potentially go and just kill the Roshan with it. It will be up. It's also level 2 Exorcism, so 16 Ghost instead of 8.
Starting to take over the map a little bit. Go patch. KB. 100 gold away, so he's opting to get it online as early as he can. Can commit without the worry of being caught out by Yapso's jump or silence from Nisha. Also, of course, that missed chance from the axes of Matu. If Matu's able to close in, can cause a lot of issues for Yopaj trying to bring someone down with a focus fire.
I talked about the itemization from Zai. We see most of the time Orchid being built as a second item after Necro 3, which I really, really like. You know, having something to control Pugna, but Pugna will still have, you know, that Guardian Roost, maybe why he's not going for it. But you want to still be able to control like multiple heroes with it, play hard,
wants to go in.
and just much damage with silence.
The rest of the side of OB.NEON, they've got to run. Not a fight to be taken here with one man down. Zai, I can get the catch on the drop. Well, does still have a charge though. Yapso beginning with the stun of the silence. Hey, Yapso can. No chance to charge off anywhere else. Jet's going to try and stand the ground and fight. Get the ward drop down. Secret will respect that back away from the ward. Zai keeping the summons on top of Death. Death will take quite a little bit of damage from this. He's had to pop the Grabfire himself. Will at least manage to farm up some of these summons, get some money for himself.
Oh, what a damage.
No patch.
Nisha has Spirit Siphon, but yeah, it's just a bit too much.
Now Yopaj doing his best to rectify these moves the Secret's making against them. He himself still playing flawlessly. 4-0-0 on Yopaj.
Out of 4 kills. That's just
it's all
on him.
Yopaj. Yopaj versus Secret here. He's ready to look for more already. Yopaj. Another shackle. Beautifully set him onto Puppy. Oh, no. Can't play hard. He'll pick up one of the kills. He'll get involved in the action.
If somehow they can manage to sneak in and steal the Roshan from Team Secret, that would be dope. Like,
huge.
I think they have enough damage with the Focus Fire and Tag Team. Like, they go in.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Into the pit. And a beautiful pickup as well for Yopaj. Finds the Grove Bow. It's excellent. Happing up that bit of magical damage coming out with the procs. It's going to be there. Secret, they've smoked up. They're not moving over here anywhere. They're moving up. Neon's going to get out just on Yopaj.
Spirit Breaker as a 5, you know, struggling a bit, doesn't have that much farm. Tusk is all over the place. They kind of playing with 5s right now.
Sort of throwing their bodies around. The two of them pretty much making up the majority of the death, which isn't a bad thing. If you know, those 13 of the 14 kills have been the supports. I can't count. 11 of them.
I was not checking. Maybe I need every single time you say a number, I'm like, yeah, I'm taking 30 seconds just to check if everything is on point.
be careful now. Yopaj making moves around the map with the Aegis. EKB, Maelstrom, Arcane Rune in the bowl. Incredibly strong here, 19 minutes in. Of course, whilst his moves are being made, Matu continues to hit perfect timing with the farm. Battle Fury Yasha working on the BKB. Top net worth right now.
They managed to only bring him down once. You know, once you get that BKB, it's gonna be much harder. They still have, you know, Focus Fire, they have Walrus Punch, anything from the Spirit Breaker, but a lot of chaos from Team Secret. Like, they have so much stuff to focus on. Zai finishing the drums, so every single time there is a fight, just pop that drums, you have 8 charges on it. Not a popular item. I know, like, Crit likes to buy it on his Tusk, and every single time there is a fight, he will just use 1 charge.
I grow closer to the
Trying
elemental.
to sort of step out as a group, but they're never going to catch Yopaj at this point, unless they get some insane initiation from Yapzor. Even then, BKB and Aegis pretty much going to render Yopaj invincible. The lineup of Secret right now.
And you have magic immunity, you have physical immunity with the Wind Run going into Aghanim Scepter. So you have 2 charges on it, unlocks the max movement speed. Yopaj hunting 2 runes. Oh, that was so close. If he catches Zai, like Zai's just straight up dead.
Seatok gone well. Again, trying to push out, but it's trades that OB.NEON, they'll take any day of the week.
Bounty.
At this point, Yopaj has been able to pretty much solo kill each of Secret's cores at some point in the game.
He's been involved in 100% of the kills. They don't have many, but I think this shows you how good of a player he is.
Absolutely. So the Dota world is watching, and I think everybody is being blown away by Yopaj's performances. And it's not just sort of these one-offs, it's just consistency. And it's such a high level. I mean, up against Team Secret, you're pulling out these level of performances back to back. That's definitely something to be said for that sort of player.
It's not like they won a couple of matches and that's it. They've been pretty consistent throughout this major. And all they need to do is just win one more game.
I mean, already the progress and how far they've made is absolutely something to be proud of. But you could tell with this lineup that they're not satisfied. They want so much more from this major.
Play hard, holding on to Philosopher's Stone, not what you want to have. Like, he can, in a team fight, I want to see him put it in the backpack. Because there's so much damage that you do. Like, it's minus 30 damage. And also Walrus, 350% of that. It's quite a lot.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
OB.NEON trying to step up the aggressive posture and try and get something done with the Aegis on Yopaj. Shackles onto a Superman charge coming in as well. Gone well. She can keep him locked down. Silence down to Yopaj. Superman return with the action in the BKB. Nisha. He gets focused though. Nisha's going to use himself. Going to get the battle chance off just in time, but Yopaj can continue to kite him. Goes for the power shot, gets back in with another shackle. Superman's going to fall as the battle chance comes to an end. And him and Nisha are dead and gone. The rest of Secret, they've got nothing left to show in this team fight. They've got to back off.
They managed to bring him to like half HP. He uses the ulti, but the still damage comes not from the Wind Ranger. Yopaj, he knows what's up. Like, I need to be able to kill the troll, pops the ulti straight away, you know, goes through the BKB, so he doesn't care too much about it. Aegis regeneration kicks in.
Not a nicely timed fight, considering that. So, yeah, for the most part of the Aegis, OB.NEON were waiting to see what Secret were doing themselves, and then just using that last minute to get aggressive and have that fallback if it was needed. Of course, it wasn't in the end. Yopaj just able to play it safer enough that didn't even need to have it expended. It keeps it refilled, top, out on the map, working on the bottom lane, mid lane. You see Death sticking around maybe a little too long. And Secret will be able to come back into action and get on top of him.
That comes for him. Tusk will have a Blink Dagger in the next minute. That Philosopher's Stone gold helping out, so they can save people out of the trouble. They can have a much better initiation as well. We didn't talk about Scam. He's having a, you know, good game in terms of network, yeah, but it's standard stuff from Scandinavian Prophet. You know, going for this item build on the Witchblade, it's a 9-second cooldown, so you have those like multiple slows, multiple overtime damage coming out. The has a BKB 9 seconds, going into AC to tank up. All they have is pretty much physical damage, so AC kind of is a natural choice.
The secret seems that the move to be made is to just wait for Matu to get his next few items online. Needs at least the Basher to maintain some sort of control when he's trying to get in these fights, because for now he's getting kited. It's not an easy troll game. There's a lot of ways for them to block him off from targets, hold him back. Scam, his AC is going to be online at fantastic timing. In fact, not with the farm of Matumba Man Troll that got a Battle Fury at a good time. Shows how well Skem's able to just clean up the map.
Yeah, I don't think he died in the last 10 minutes at all. Like, he's been playing very safe. They're gonna smoke. Seems like on side of OB.NEON, they're just grouping around. Roshan may respawn in 40 seconds. This global presence, like they can be anywhere on the map.
Set up Yopaj, stunning things with the shackle. Drum coming in. Poppy trying to blast the back with the lockdown of the ultimate. Coming in with the snowball as well. They changed stunning up. He's just gonna get blown up.
Wrath of Nature.
I mean, that Nature's Wrath seemed like it did about 1,000 damage. Came in and took him down. It's from across the map.
That's just like
taking the kill.
perfectly executed. The way they're not overlapping stun.
100 damage from that Nature's Wrath.
That's not even 2,000 damage. Like, it's pretty much the perfect execution. It does not get better than this. And they're ready to take top lane.
Look at these moves. They just don't stop. Up and down, Secret just been shaken all over the place. They've got to be prepared for this high activity from OB.NEON.
Mid-ranger with Arcane Rune. Like, TP will be ready once again in 15 seconds. Anyone tries to split push, he will get caught.
The Dire have reinforced their structures.
I have busted for you.
Secret.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very difficult for them to really take a fight. Scam and Death putting good damage onto the tier 2.
Roche will be up in 50. They can just go in, like they have so much damage. They need focus fire for the team fight, I would say. But if they can go inside the pit, tag team, damage coming up from the Nature's Prophet and the focus fire should be enough. But you need to have like sentries ready. You need to be sure that wolves are not scouting you out.
Secret, they may have the leading kills and all been the network, but can't help but feel it. Really, OB.NEON in control of the game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
It's a 2k
attack.
gold lead for Team Secret, but it's pretty much Neon who are making aggressive moves right now. Team Secret, they still want to contest the Roche.
If OB.NEON can find a pick-off before Secret head over towards the pit. Secret holding close to one another around the mid lane.
Regeneration.
Also, I like how they're sharing items. Playhard was holding Philosopher's Stone until he farmed a Blink Dagger. Now it's Spirit Breaker, who's like, yeah, like this is a perfect item. I don't have any farming tools.
Drama trying to start something. They have lost the tusk. Almost got to back off now. Tusk down. There's no fight to be had. Jarmo going for the TP out, but Absol's in with the stun.
This is like perfect timing. They get 2 kills, both support,
Straight to Roche.
check the buyback. None of these have buyback, so if they want to take a fight, it's 3 versus 5. I don't think they can. It's just too much damage. That Prophet exorcism level 3, but they're out of 15. Let's see if they can make them busy for a while.
It's getting low. Can they get into
angle? Good blinding light.
Somebody pushing back there. Puppy stops any chance of a steal as Matu will claim the Aegis. And she will have G's ready for the next fight.
You can see how scared they are. Like, Nisha shows on the bottom lane is being in fog to not get charged. Like, he's playing it so safe. Goes into global presence. Like, look at him come back and easily goes back into the fog.
Go Patch. Gonna open up on a Puppy. Well, charge will be put to a stop there by the Ult, but Puppy's been dusted. Has to go set to keep him safe from the focus fire.
Not the combo. Focus fire plus the Cripify. No, anti-pro gamer move. Didn't manage to get him. AC done on Lycan. So
we'll have that until he's matched the AC of Scam. Of course, one thing that they will still have to worry about a little, well, I say that, I mean, even if Secret do go for like some sort of split push, OB.NEON can deal with that. So very, very unlikely, really, the Lycan, the DP's ever going to be in a position by a tower on the other side of the map when OB.NEON just have so many ways to TP over and deal with that. Secret have pretty much always got to take a fight. They can't look for any rat plays this game.
Troll has Abyssal Blade queued up. That's going to help out, you know, dealing with mostly Nature's Prophet. You can also like jump Pugna in the backlines, get a burst on him. Like, there's so many targets that they need to focus. Yapso rolling.
You can get this Yapso. Silence onto Yopatch there. He'll be fine. Gonna go for this kill here. They've got the setup. Nisha popping the BKB, but it's too much damage. Nisha, he'll go down. No chance to pop the cheese. It looks like he didn't want to there, maybe deciding against it. He needed to find that he could turn around. Still, that's him down for a minute.
And he's TPing on Treants on the top. Like, if he gets a good shackle angle, ooh, that was close.
Won't get the latch this time, but he's got back up, and they're in onto TP as well. From Scam, Matsu's going to try and turn over one Scam, but the BKB down. 70% from the Timberman as he continues to try and come in. The shackles out to shot down by the power shot. The defense to cover by keeping Jarwell safe and allowing him to back away, but he still gets found by Yapso with the kick. All over the wall, Scam, focused by the Timberman, but the Timberman is getting trained low by Death. That's the edge is gone. And they're ready to look for a second round.
Spirit Breaker coming in.
Yapso, Jackal over onto the Timberman. See if they can finish this. He's getting taken out, trying for a TP, but the snowball comes out from Play Hard into the shot from Yopatch, and Yopatch, he's not done yet. Yopatch locks down Poppy, he's got the two, and Poppy and Yapso held in position. They bring down Poppy, turn over towards Yapso, Yapso down as well, and team wipe.
That's a full 5-man team wipe. They only use buyback on Spirit Breaker, and they have a wave on the top. Like, they're so fast. OB.NEON so quick to respond, like with the boost of travel. He also found the perfect item. Spider leg, Aghanim Scepter on the Wind Ranger. It's like one of the most obnoxious things to play against.
With 3 dead, very little Secret can do to push them back here.
Puppy, you know, he's super farmed. He has that Ethereal Blade, try to keep them alive, but you're also like amplifying damage on the power shot.
They can't push them back. This is going to be a free rack for OB.NEON. Deservedly so after that incredible team wipe. No chance of Secret defending here.
He's going into Daedalus. Like, that's gonna be so much damage coming out from the Wind Ranger.
The Secret, I mean, what's the plan? I mean, the last few fights have just gone disastrously for them. Matsu's just getting dealt with. They're able to wait out the BKBs and just continue to kite it. Like, when does this game get easier for the Troll?
They need to get like a nullifier. They still have like Necro, but they have tools to deal with that. Also, it's so much easier for Yopatch right now to get himself in a good position with the Spider Leg, with the Aghanim Scepter for a Shackle, and there's always going to be threats of like Sprout into Shackle combination. It's good. He even wants to get that E-Blade.
Any sort of way to try and protect people from focus fire, but even then, as we've seen, that they got magical bursts and defensive capabilities.
They have no saves. Like Team Secret, if they land a good shackle plus a focus fire, then hero's just straight up dead.
Yep.
Perfect game from Yopatch. He's still involved in 100% of their kills.
That's insane. And with the way that they play, I feel like we may see that right up until the end. Yopatch is always with the team, and even when his team's not with him, he's still getting the kills. We'll see again on this last team fight now. Matsu is in with the BKB, but just never really able to lock down the target. Even at the very end, you know, Jarmo getting a bit more time. Yapso does catch him with a nice kick.
And this the Cripify, a lot of value from the spell, as we kind of expected. Still dies in the end, but they managed to get the whole team wipe there.
A smoke up from OB.NEON. Secret, understandably keeping themselves held in the base. It's a spooky map right now. OB Neon on the prowl, looking for action, looking for kills.
Oh, I love this from Death. Wait, whose healing salve is this on the ground? Is that another, like, yeah, try to drink this, we'll poison you?
Where's that?
Where Puppy's standing? Yeah, Observer trying to find, there it is. There it is, a present on the ground. They're not falling for it again.
Crip. Been out, smoked up. OB.NEON, almost certainly aware of it. Oh well. Here we go. And onto Puppy. TP's coming in. Puppy's trying to get back where they've got the dust. No scepter, but there's the control. Drama gets rid of the ult. Puts him down. Behind the tower, they're trying to take down Skip with the back of the player. Comes in with a punch up onto the triple man. Yopaj poaching him down with the focus fire. They can continue to kill this. The battle comes down from the triple man, but Yopaj just fights him. Brings himself away from the triple man. The triple man will manage to get his hands on play hard.
Gets the cheese off.
Two of them. Buyback from Puppy. Secret, can they chase for more?
They need to get more. This is going to be the 4th kill. Still did not manage to bring Yopaj. Like, Nature's Prophet didn't deal too much damage in that fight. He was pretty much stuck in the trees, deciding whether I need to TP out. Cheese comes out on the Dead Prophet, and they managed to get the kill. Like, this is like super late Cheese, because they've been managing to burst down Nisha before he can get it off, and now it really pays off.
Yopaj. Maybe seeing if you can find a solo kill, but he's coming in. There won't be a window to get Zai. Mid lane though, Matsu and Puppy pushing out. Maybe Yopaj sees as an opportunity here. He'll have Playhard back in 10 seconds.
Is under attack.
See how much
Very
Matsu
close
and
game.
Puppy stick around.
Like, you can see one mistake can cost you a team fight.
Radiant's
I like
middle
this from
tower
Scam.
has
He's going
fallen.
for Heaven's Halberd. You're kind of going to cripple
Radiant's
Lycan
middle
and
tower is
Troll
under
at the
attack.
same time. It's going to give you also evasion.
Matsu! Still pushing in the two, the Matsu's dead. I mean, that was an incredibly greedy defense from Secret. Puppy and Matsu pushing up to the high ground, not respecting Yopaj one bit. As Yopaj gets the double kill.
Oh, he's silent.
If they can kill him, they're on top of it. Yopaj, he's lived. They've got the
Oh, that purge! There's the spell from the Lycan Wolves, from the Necro unit, sorry.
My back from Playhard. Trying to come into this for Secret. They're going to be under trying to take him down. Bravo coming in with a charge. Playhard buying a bit of time for himself, but he's getting lost. Can he actually get back up to the high ground? He can't. Tie back from Playhard. Secret. They may have lost Poppy and Matuma Man. They're still able to come in with a good hit against OB.NEON. The fight is not over yet. It's onto the side. Scan seeping in. Garnwell coming over towards Yapsor. Has the Gleipnir. He'll catch his Yapsor. So was able to get the roll up in time.
The Roche respawn. Oh. Aghanim's Blessing. I'm wondering who's going to take that one.
I mean, yeah, who's making the best case for it right now?
I don't mind Tusk. Like, I would love to see Tusk picking it up. He's dead for 60 seconds, but yeah, you can still get it. But not the best thing.
I think
like, you need to be able to kick people out.
Secret's going to try and push them away from the pit here. Nisha does have Exorcism available if he wants to commit. Yopaj still down for 30 seconds.
Nisha got this ready, but did not assemble it.
And it goes around Nisha. This play from OB.NEON. OB.NEON, and they can't really get in with the three of them. It's going to be very hard. I think they're bailing on it. They're going to have to let Secret take this one. So Secret, they'll get the Aegis, the Cheese, and the Aghanim.
To the Dire.
Aghanim Scepter picked up by Troll. So he has way of dispelling things for himself. He can dispel the enemies. A lot of value coming on from this Axe on Troll. Like, this is a free Axe. This is 6,000 gold pretty much. It does not take up your slot. They're chasing. Nisha bottom lane has a cheese, has the cheese. He's beyond it.
Yopaj, it's a lot. He's been shackled as he will put the Eon Dish now together. Drumwell coming in with the ultimate, now tries to run away, but Matsuba Man and Yapsor, they're headed over. Drumwell cannot charge out in time. They bring him down. Zai, Puppy trying to chase over towards Yopaj. Yopaj turns, shackle out to Zai, but he's going to bail. He knows the rest of the team secrets on the way over.
Troll getting recalled.
He can go for death, underneath the down, Matsu's in with the jump, spins over the save there for the smoke. Now comes down for Playhard, they're looking to turn his back, he's able to get the BKB at the bound, turns up towards death. Target for Drumwell, counting up Matuma Man for now, Matuma Man, he's held on the low ground, Yopaj trying to keep the distance, the tower hits coming in, Yopaj checks back up towards Matuma, takes him down the watch. The Aegis has gone over to the side, Scepter will dodge this triangle shot. Nisha's still good to go. Roll ball for Yaxel straight on the woodscape. Kicks him back. Scam will fall down.
He
Way hard,
needs
also
50
down.
gold for the buyback. Like these cheese, this Aegis, also Troll, now having another way of dispelling
Dire's
things.
top
They have
barracks are under attack.
2 items. They have Necro, they have Aghanim Scepter, and they will have eventually Nullifier on the Lycan. Just needs to farm
Radiant's
another
bottom
2,000
tower
gold.
is
So
under
these are
attack.
like some costly buybacks right now. They used multiple.
Radiant's bottom
In
tower
secret, they're not
has
stopping.
fallen.
No,
They want to go in.
And Maxumba really coming into his element now. 17k lead off the back of those last few fights. Secret
Radiant's
getting
bottom
rather
tower is
far
under
ahead.
attack.
OB.NEON, they can't afford any more fights like
Radiant
that.
structures are fortified.
The base push starting to
Radiant's
come.
bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see if they can try and push that buyback out of Scam. Tier 3 goes down.
Bottom
The
tower
exorcism.
has fallen.
Tron the Lycan, they take
Bottom
these
barracks
buildings
are
very,
under
very
attack.
quickly. The bottom set of racks will be eliminated. The secret
Bottom
They're not
going up
down
to the
yet.
mid lane.
Exorcism still up for another 15-ish seconds.
Radiant's middle
What they
tower
can do to stop this
has
push.
fallen.
Try and charge in onto the Mammoth from back, close the gap on the Yopaj. Yopaj pops the BKB, gets out, play hard. In a so step, committing with the buyback. They charge overwards, but Superman has been drawn in very deep into the battle chart. And but Superman will get taken out. He's dead for 100. Nisha pops the BKB, TP's out of this. So the attempt to chase it as they're going to go straight for Zai. Zai is on the run, will get dragged back to safety.
800 movement speed on a Wind Ranger with ability to go through cliffs. They're chasing Lycan.
They're still trying for Zai. Still got that ult. He will have a bit of time left on the hate screen after he comes out of it. New Banshee's coming out for John well. Zai's got spine legs up to the high ground. But look at on the high ground, steps through the air. He's built down
Nice
right up to
sliding
2 of
line.
them.
Pushes them all out.
Opaj. They'll want to push in on this OB.NEON. It's a full minute, no Matumba map.
They need to do something. He does not have a buyback, which needs 100 gold. There is a bounty rune on the map, so potentially Team Secret could pick it up and he will have the buyback. Next Roche is not going to respawn for a very long time, so they have no real play to go for.
They'll be able to grab the bounty runes themselves.
Nature loves
Just going to put Yopaj very close to having the full daedalus as well as buyback gold available. For OB.NEON themselves, they will have to be a bit careful with Scam's placement in the next few fights with his buyback being on cooldown after committing it there to push back Secret. And of course, whilst they did push back Secret, they did still lose the melee racks in the mid and the bottom.
Wind Ranger hit level 25, so 25% cooldown reduction. It's just going to be so obnoxious to capture. They need MKB, they need the nullifiers, and they're coming out. They're going to come out in the next 5 minutes. Nullifier done. So they can deal with the Decrypify, deal with the Wind Ranger's Wind Run. Also, Nature's Prophet bought back in the previous fight. Like, he did not want to buy back. It was very close for him to respawn, but they thought, you know, we need to go all. We need to go. We need to try to make stuff happen. He's also level 25. No cooldown on a TP, working towards Satanic.
I have
Full
bunching
Heart
for
of
you.
Death Prophet. She's also level 25 a couple of minutes ago, so very hard to kill.
Trench sword form with Timberman. The best pickups here for the Troll. Damage, extra attack range means that when he's going crazy with the battle trance, it's extra, a bit more difficult to actually break away from his reach.
I have bunching for you. With me. feast. Pull roots and run.
Thank you, my beauties.
Bounty. Bounty. Fight. Always me.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Да, рефрешер для ниши.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Looks like Radiant closed the blast doors.
Let us fight.
I know how to handle such power.
My sweet sisters, go.
Radiant's courier was caught in the crossfire.
Spirit is loosed. The ways of life.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's gonna hurt.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Shower my dirge tonight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. tower is under attack.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Got it. The seeds of fortune. Gold for me.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
He's always ready for a fight. Come and fight me.
Vanishing winds.
Para tenerlo seco, ¿no? Para que no pueda recliquear, porque es bastante daño, ya tiene el Dedalus.
Тролля идеально против ДП тоже работает, при том, что...
长枪对决吗？
我是真没想到这个。
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Not for you.
Finders, keepers.
Thank you, refugees. Invisibility.
Radiant's courier has been slain.
Perfect location. Come and fight me.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Ready for a comeback. Air and water. I have seen the world without them. Got it. Seeds of water.
in this tournament has been amazing, especially Yopaj, definitely the standout player. But in the end, one team has to get out, Team Secret victorious at the end of the day. They are more experienced team, sometimes it's all it takes. Like these Roshans, in the end, a bit of a mistake where two carries try to fight each other. Whoever wins pretty much is going to win the game because they will take the Rosh. In the end, Team Secret prevails.
Oh, they do, yeah. The sort of the late game call's just been a bit stronger. The Axe pickup from Zai making all that difference, giving Matter that extra bit of power to win those last few team fights. But so much going on, so much chaos. OB.NEON doing fantastically to be able to take it to the point that they did. And I think regardless, even though this is the end of the line for them here at the Major, so many things for them to look back and be proud upon. And many things and many reasons why a lot of the fans are already going to be looking forward to OB.NEON's next tournament showing.
Oh, for sure. Like this team definitely won the hearts of the viewers because the style of Dota that they're playing, like we're gonna run at you. This is the team that is not afraid. Very impressive in all departments. Just some really good stuff.
And for Team Secret, on the other hand, the win is theirs. The series 2-1. Definitely some things that they've still needed to iron out going into the future matchups, but they're keeping themselves in the competition. Team Secret, they'll progress. 2-1 against OB.NEON.
Thank you very much, ODPixel and Lacoste. Team Secret manages to move on in the lower bracket. OB.NEON will unfortunately finish, but in 5th place. But 5th place is fantastic for this major. They
Absolutely.
That was a hard-fought Game 3.
Nothing to be ashamed of if you're Neon. It was a beautiful performance. The series itself was high-quality Dota from start to finish. Yeah. I'm surprised that you were actually able to get those words out soon because all of our hearts were racing back in the green room during the last
We were-
10 minutes of this game.
We were like, oh, okay, I was definitely like yelling